Karma Brands radio station on Wisconsin.
Broadcasting live from the Everlight Solar Studio, this is your Metro Kia of Madison Sports Center.
Good morning, Madison and streamers everywhere. I'm Jesse Nelson. Sports Center brought to you by Ho Chunk Gaming Madison, home of smoke-free slots and the highest payout percentage in the area. Ho Chunk Gaming Madison, more spins, more wins, more fun. Milwaukee Brewers win 2 of 3 over the Philadelphia Phillies over the weekend at American Family Field. Friday night, Jacob Misiorowski complete game 1-hit shutout, facing the minimum. Yesterday, Kyle Harrison shuts out the Phillies, going 6 strong innings on the mound for the Crew as well. That means between Harrison and Misiorowski, 15 innings pitched, no runs allowed against the Philadelphia Phillies. Brewers now 43-26 on the season. That's 17 games over 500. Entering play today, they're 5 games up on the St. Louis Cardinals for the top spot in the National League Central Division standings. No game today, but some significant reports late last night. Cooper Pratt, young budding star at AAA for the Brewers, signed an 8-year contract extension earlier this year, set to make his Major League debut with the Crew tomorrow night.
Metro Kia of Madison, Madison's trusted Kia dealer. Stop into Metro Kia on the east side of Madison or metrokiaofmadison.com. 3-time Wisconsin Sports Writer of the Year, Jason Wilde.
Our very first guest in the history of Wilde and Tausch, which will be, I'm sure, a long and distinguished history.
Packers Hall of Famer Mark Tauscher.
Aaron Rodgers, give us an over-under on what number would you set for how many shows we do together?
Broadcasting live from the Everlight Solar Studio at ESPN Madison.
I'm going to say daily 52 weeks a year. I'm going to say you do about 230.
And celebrating 10 great years on ESPN Wisconsin.
And then what happens?
No, then Tausch kind of bows out.
This is Wilde and Tausch, presented by Pella Windows and Doors of Wisconsin.
It is the Monday edition. We have crowned a Stanley Cup champion, and we've crowned an NBA Finals champion. And everyone is excited for the good people and the good celebrities of New York edition. Speaking of the NBA, per Brian Windhorst, Giannis wants to join the Heat, but the Celtics have showed interest despite stumbling blocks. Can't wait to get into that further edition. And I have gotten so many compliments about how good Ryan Longwell was with us on Friday. I got to finish my Channel 3000 story so I can double dip edition of Wilde and Tausch on 94.5 ESPN Milwaukee, 100.5 ESPN Madison, 1430 ESPN Beaver Dam, ESPNWisconsin.com, the ESPN app, your Alexa smart speaker, streaming live video, Twitter, Facebook, YouTube, and, of course, everything you need on the ESPN Wisconsin app, which is A, free, B, customizable, so you can drag your little finger to move Wilde and Tausch into the first spot. And, of course, can be found both in the Apple and Android app stores. I'm Jace Wilde in Green Bay. Jesse Nelson is in the Everlight Solar ESPN Madison studios. And so is Ryan Longwell's classmate in the class of 2018. Packers Hall of Fame class. It is Mark Tauscher, the Packers Hall of Famer. Tausch, good morning. How are you?
I'm good, buddy. How you doing?
Good. How's your weekend?
Super. How about you?
It was good. I went to the most incredible funeral I've ever attended. and was both sad and inspired, and I think it was exactly what you want to get out of an event like that. You feel your sadness, but you also are you see how much people cared about the person, and then on top of that, you have a bunch of moments where you get to smile, and it was really got to see some people that I hadn't seen in a while. So I hated the reason why I saw them, but it was great to see them, and I'm going to keep that family in my thoughts and prayers as they go through pretty devastating time. But they're an amazing family, and I was glad I was able to be there for that moment. Meanwhile, I had nothing else to do this weekend. So I watched sports on television, which I don't normally do. Saw the Knicks win their NBA title, even though they only led for like 27% of the minutes in the entire series, and yet they won the series 4-1, which is crazy. And then the Hurricanes won their second Stanley Cup. Jesse's favorite team. Jesse, tell me again about all the guys that scored goals for the Hurricanes.
Stahl. I'll help you out.
I know Bussy.
Stahl.
Bussy was the man.
Bussy was bussing with the boys.
Series changed when Bussy got in there. I know that.
Indeed it did. Got a hot goalie. So we've got a lot to get to today, but Tausch, I just want to circle back before we get started to Ryan Longwell, because I'm working on my story. He was, I don't know what the Packers' plans are, and I don't want it to interrupt his ability to take part in his home renovation projects and getting him and Sarah a HGTV show. But I had so many people who listened to that interview who came up and said he was so good, and I hope Trey Smack listens to him.
Yeah, I thought from a detail standpoint, and I'll be the first one to say, if I'm listening to our show, I'm not sure I want kicking broke down to the degree, but the way Ryan did it and his experience and the fact that he is a Packer Hall of Famer, and the fact that Trey Smack has missed some kicks and is going through it, I think in real time I felt more like Jesse probably felt, and a lot of fans like, oh, God. And after the weekend, and you bring this back up, I was not even, I had not thought about it. I don't think it's as big of a deal. I still think it's more concerning than I wanted it to be, because I was not concerned even with him missing a 35-yard field goal in a game-winning situation on a Thursday OTA practice, whatever. That wasn't it. It was the great detail that Ryan went into, and I agree. I think when I know we're 10 years and we're going to be creating our 10 favorite collaboratively. I'm going to give 5, and I don't know if we've even talked about this yet. I'm going to give 5. You're going to give 5 of our kind of favorite or most meaningful moments of our 10 years. I'm not sure that will make it, but I'll say from a detail and nuanced standpoint and understanding and getting an idea of what Trey Smack is going to be needing to do to be a successful kicker up at Lambeau Field, man, it was about as informative of an interview as we've had.
Yeah, he was great, and anytime you use the word kryptonite, it gets our attention because, we like old school Superman, Lex Luthor, Gene Hackman, Christopher Reeve films. But yeah, I got a little bit of pushback from folks in the YouTube comments that were saying that we were trying to create panic. I honestly, I don't think that. I just thought Ryan's insight and the fact, let's not forget this, as he said, he talked with Trey Smack the previous weekend. Like, he spent some time with him. They apparently both were at a charity event in Florida. And
easier
Trey
to pick
Smack,
down there, I heard.
It is, yes. There is no kryptonite in the swamp.
Dew point and kicking high hooks. And
it was very detailed. You're right. It was we may have nerded out a little bit in the nuances of kicking, but I thought it was really insightful. I don't think we're at like DEFCON 1 here. Okay, he's missed some kicks in practice.
Correct me if I'm wrong. You said you felt better about it.
I felt better when we were done. Absolutely, yes, and that's what I'm saying.
I can't get on board with, but I'm not going to tell you how to feel.
I appreciate that.
Yeah.
I just thought if you can identify what could help you be better, that is the first step toward being better. And it sounds to me like Ryan has a pre-existing relationship with Trey Smack. Trey Smack seemed receptive to some of his insights. I think Ryan has the pelts on the wall, as Mike McCarthy would say, that could help him through this. So I thought it was great, and I'm eager to see what the journey looks like moving forward for him. But again, the Packers have created whatever degree of nervousness you have for a team that the fan base at least believes is a Super Bowl contender in a pretty stacked NFC. If games come down to kicks, you want him to be at his best. And rookies in general are inconsistent. And so we'll see what Trey Smack ends up being. So much of his career, like Natasha Bedingfield would tell us, remains unwritten.
Well, it hasn't even started. I don't even know what Natasha Bedingfield's song would be about not even starting, but this show hasn't even started yet. Yeah,
I don't know enough of her catalog to deliver that, and plus we wouldn't play it anyway because then we have the YouTube issues. So I don't want to get into this immediately, but I do want to hear this San Antonio Spurs Packers comp. I left one of the other sporting events, I don't know how I did this, that I watched over the weekend off my list, and that, of course, was the U.S. beating Paraguay 4-1 with Antonio Freeman's son Alex on the team, your former teammate. Did you watch any soccer? Did
None.
that make it onto your viewing?
Zero. Didn't watch any.
Nil, some might say.
No.
No, why?
I'm not going to be
big
phony.
Event guy.
No, I'm not going to be a phony, though. This isn't a big event. When they get to the knockout round, I maybe will watch. I think they play Australia. I don't like soccer. I just don't. So when I went to watch the game live before the Packers played New York, that was awesome. All the chanting and all the pomp and circumstance.
QPR.
Yeah, Queens Park or something.
Rangers.
Rangers. That was interesting. I do love big events, and I will start paying attention. But am I going to sit here? Do I think the offsides rule is stupid? I do. Do I think that the running clock and the not using and just guessing how much time is left is dumb? I do. Do I think the lack of scoring and everything else is dumb? I do. So I can't sit here in good faith and act like I'm Johnny Soccer when I'm not. So will I jump on board the bandwagon when things get a little testier and we start chasing a World Cup championship? I will be 1,000% bandwagon. I love the country. I want the USA to kick keister. But am I going to watch Paraguay and the USA on a Friday in the summer? No, I'm not. So, no.
If for some reason the U.S. was to be eliminated...
Did Germany lose to Curacao? Didn't Curacao... Because I love Curacao now. I love Curacao now.
Well,
great.
Why do you love Curacao?
What are your favorite things about
Sarah
it?
spent some time down there. She's got a good friend that was there. Because I think it's close to Aruba, if I remember. And
no, Germany beat Curacao 7-1.
Well, they fell behind 1-0. Something happened because I saw it on my social media feed. It's like, and then I saw there's a German fan that everybody's sharing videos with that is a big star. I don't know who she is, but she's a big star on the German
showdown with the Ivory Coast coming
the
up
German soccer feed. So I'm excited about that. I think that would. That was the overall championship and the big event. The fact that we're hosting, I will pay some close attention to. But I can't fake it and tell you that I like soccer because I don't.
I'm sure Jesse watched that Germany game very closely because it was almost a World Cup scoregami, which I read.
Can't say I did. I did catch. I caught the end of Japan and the Netherlands yesterday afternoon.
How was Italy not in it? Is my other question.
They didn't qualify. U.S. wasn't in 2018. How does that happen?
We suck at soccer.
They didn't qualify.
You know, everybody always said when we were a kid, soccer's going to turn around. We're going to be the best in the world. We're not. We stink. So if we
don't stink.
Grand scheme, we stink. Have we ever played in the World Cup finals?
No.
Have we ever played in the World Cup semis?
I don't think so.
We have in the quarters, though.
We've lost in the
Made
quarters.
it to the quarters.
I recall.
Yeah, I was listening to Big Cat, Barstool Big Cat, and I think I'm on board with his plan. that when we're hosting and we just got the easiest draw of all time, like if we don't advance on to whatever they call it, knockout round or whatever it is, we need to just quit. Like soccer needs to go away in this country.
Come on.
No, I think it's a reasonable take. Because,
go away because you don't like it and Big Cat doesn't like it?
If I may.
Not that good at it.
If I may. Not at the little kid level. Like there's something cute about walking around the park and you see kids kicking a soccer ball.
Wouldn't mind if that goes away.
And I think high school soccer's fine. I'm talking about on the global stage. We can do our little cute MLS and be third or fourth tier. When do we ever accept just being third or fourth tier in anything? Like, when do we ever do that? We've had now 100 and some odd years. Here's where we're at. We've put resources in. We've done it. So don't get at me about, you shouldn't do this. I'm saying globally, let's use our resources. Now resources are starting to, we got to figure out where we're putting resources, right? We're great at football, basketball, et cetera, et cetera. I would not be opposed to saying, you know what, we're going to continue to have college soccer will be the pinnacle here. And let's do it that way. And I think on a global stage, let's just say, it's been a good run. But if we can't, and again, not if we don't make the knockout round, which I think we should, but Big Cat's take was, and I think the other guy, PFT, also said kind of the same thing. You know what? If they don't, let's just wrap it. I think they wanted to get rid of soccer completely. I'm not going to go there. I like kids running around. I think exercise is good. But globally, on an international stage, I think we should call it. That's all. I agree with Big Cat on that.
We're doing that thing where we get events once every 4 years that you want to drastically make changes to, and
I'm not making any changes.
You're having us quit pursuing it.
No. I'm saying we don't fund. I think we just say, you know what? What
does that mean? We don't fund.
There's money that gets thrown into that whatever it is, and we all know it's a corrupt operation allegedly. The Doha or the
FIFA
Dubai
people are. I don't
That's
know if
all
we
part
could
of
say
this
that
whole,
about USA Soccer.
Isn't that all part of the World Cup and the whole deal? Is that how this all gets done? Like there's some corruption allegedly that goes place. So all I'm saying is,
so we're gonna quit.
No, it's not even. It's just not. We're just gonna not fund, and we're just gonna. You know what? Let's get a ragtag. Let's get a ragtag group. I think what we need is to
the major league guys. Jake Taylor.
If I may. What we need to do is reboot and do it like we did in 1980. If we're going to do this in soccer, we need to do what happened in 1980. A bunch of ragtag, we put money into our college soccer, and we let our college soccer cats go to try to beat Messi. And if they pull off that kind of upset like we did, then soccer will make the big bounce that we're all hoping for in this country, and that would be the springboard for it. Because I've been told I'm 47 years old. I think 40. If that is not the case, we let it rip. So we need to recreate a 1980s deal, and the only way to really do that is to just have a bunch of college kids get together, and it doesn't have to be Lake Placid, but maybe that will be the springboard for all these young Americans to see it, take it, and move forward with it.
All right, so I'm
not looking at getting Charlie Sheen out of the clink and bringing Jake Taylor out of the whatever Mexican Federation League he was playing. That's not where I'm at. I want the 1980 the hockey squad. I want that redone 40 years later. That's what I'm looking for.
So I'm sorry.
50 years later.
All due respect. Somebody who's going to turn 49 later this week. I'm not going to take this take from who doesn't even know how old he is. Soccer.
I acknowledged Big Cat and PFT's take. I actually made it less hot takey. They want to get rid of soccer completely. I listened to it yesterday and I thought, yeah, I can get on board with this.
Can't you just say it's not my jam and then be done with it?
Nah, because that's not. I mean, I'm not going to sit here. I mean, I'm doing a show. I'm not going to not have some type of take. If we're going to bring a topic up, I'm not going to punt. I'm going to make a take. Now, does that mean it's going to be right
soccer too.
Or accurate?
Your take is we should quit. You're not a quitter.
It's not quitting. It's not quitting.
It's quitting. If we don't make the knockout round, we should disband it.
It is moving funds around so that we can maybe even be better at other sports, and we let soccer organically grassroot itself back up like hockey did in 1980. That's what I want.
Why don't we just accept soccer for what it is?
But we don't. We're not.
Like, every time we get to a World Cup, there's some kind of indictment about, it's got to be the fastest growing sport. And then there's another side that says, no, it's not. It sucks.
No, pickleball's the fastest, man.
Why can't we just accept soccer for what it is in the United States?
When do we as Americans just accept below mediocrity?
It's got its lane.
Why do we do that?
We're a top 16 team.
We're not really a top 16 team, but we're not. We get in the wrong draw. We ain't in the top 16. Come on. We never been. I just asked you guys if we
made it to the knockout stage.
We didn't even make it. I just asked you guys if we'd ever made the semifinals. And that's how many years the World Cup been going on?
We're not a Final
Four. They made it in 1930.
Is it older? What year?
1930.
We made the semis.
So Wisconsin has won a national men's basketball title more recently.
Yeah.
Again, it's fine. It's not your jam. I totally get that. I just thought maybe you would have watched it. You didn't. That's fine.
What's wrong with grassrooting it?
Are we going to disband the Brewers because they've never won a World Series?
They've been to NLCSs.
That's not the same.
No, it is.
U.S. has been to the knockout round.
It's the same thing as a semi, and you know it. There's literally 4 teams left in both.
We could disband the New York Jets based on this logic.
No, we can relegate. We've talked about that before.
I don't know. I mean, listen.
We do the same thing with the Olympics.
I know a lot of people love soccer, and they enjoy it, and I'm not the right guy for that. There's no doubt about it. But I am going to say, at some point, you don't just keep throwing good money after bad. That feels like that's what's happening. Now, we could do it this year, and that will, if their take, and I agree with it, so I want to make sure I'm accurately portraying their take. This year, they make the knockout round. We'll keep going. But if they don't, we lose to Australia and we don't make the knockout round, that's when this would be in play. And I think it's worth having a conversation. I don't think it's going to go anywhere. I don't think it's going to do anything, but just think of how big of a movement you could get if you could recreate what happened in 1980.
The reason why that's so special is because it can't be recreated.
But you don't know that. How do you know if you don't try? You could recreate
because
it.
College kids would be even worse than the guys that are playing.
They said that in 80. Nobody thought we could beat the Soviets. Nobody did. Okay. Nobody thinks we can beat Brazil.
On a miracle. They made a movie about it, and they called it Miracle.
Nobody thinks miracles are an unbelievable thing. I bet the New York Knicks didn't think they could win a championship.
I bet they did.
I don't know.
Well, I can tell you this. All those other window companies, they should quit because they can't keep up with Pella windows and doors in Wisconsin.
Nobody said quitting. I said grassrooting. I just want to make sure I'm confirming that.
What would grassroot windows? Some guy in his garage?
Well, I don't care about all that because I have the best in the business, and that is Pella Windows and Doors of Wisconsin. If you're shopping for new windows and doors, it should never include haggling. Pella sticks to straightforward pricing, honest conversations, helping homeowners find the right fit for their home. And they never use high-pressure sales tactics. When you buy direct through Pella Windows and Doors of Wisconsin, the same team manufactures your windows and doors. They also sell them, install them, and service them. Real pricing, premium quality, no game. Schedule your free in-home consultation today at PellaWI.com.
We're gonna hear are the Bucks gonna go grassroots after they trade Giannis? Is that what they're doing?
I don't know. Have they been 150 years and never made a semifinal of anything? I don't think that's been the case. So, no, there won't be grassrooting.
True. But they are going to trade Giannis to the Heat, apparently. That at least is the opinion of Brian Windhorst. And at this point, the Bucks, the San Antonio Spurs, and the Green Bay Packers are the same team? Tausch will explain that to us. Next, it's Wilde and Tausch.
This is Wilde and Tausch, presented by Pella Windows and Doors of Wisconsin. Call today, 855-PELLA-WI, and online at PellaWI.com/radio.
Life moves fast. Your car should move with it. At Zimbrick Chevrolet, they've got a vehicle and payment options that fit every stage of your journey. Just graduated? Start smart in a Chevy Trax. Stylish, efficient, and budget-friendly. Growing your family? The Equinox gives you the space and versatility you need. And when life gets even bigger, the Traverse or Tahoe is ready for it all. Kids, carpools, and road trips. Visit them today in Sun Prairie or online at ZimbrickChevrolet.com. Zimbrick Chevrolet, the name you can trust.
cost? $2.3 million. A recent Schwab survey of Americans says that it takes $2.3 million to be wealthy. Well, you may have had your financial plan set on a bigger or a more humble number. But if you're looking for added insights on how to get there or how to avoid some tax pitfalls on the way, Annex Wealth Management is ready to listen. Mark Tauscher here, and whether your situation is complex or simple, the Annex Wealth Management team can give you wealth expertise and guidance on reaching your goals. Annex Wealth Management. Know the difference.
The Rich Eisen Show.
Chris Berman is the guest. It's episode 2 of This Was SportsCenter. Did you always do the nicknames?
The first one was either Frank Tanana Daiquiri or John Mayberry RFD. And I got in my ear in the middle of the show, what was that? And we got to the commercial and the camera people were laughing. Nobody got hurt. I said, you know what? Tomorrow night I'm going to try a couple more.
The Rich Eisen Show. Weekdays noon to 2 on 100.5 ESPN and the ESPN Wisconsin app.
I'm Dr. Sheesh Raval from the Ortho Team Clinic at Stoughton Health. There's been an incredible increase in the use of technology. We've grown a successful program for both robotic hip and knee surgery, but now the next frontier is robotic shoulder surgery. I think the advancements, specifically when we look at robotic surgery, it is that extra tool that gives us instant feedback and make sure that we get to our destination the right way and in a reproducible way.
Learn more at stoughtonhealth.com.
The News 3 Now First Warn Weather Team is certified for delivering the most accurate forecasts in the entire state of Wisconsin. Morning meteorologist Savannah Brito.
When you're making plans, the weather often has other plans.
Evening meteorologist Blaze Keller.
At home, at work, or on the go, when we know, you'll know.
Chief meteorologist Alex Harrington.
Our team has the experience you can count on and the accuracy you can trust.
News 3 Now First Warn Weather, keeping you ahead of the storms.
Shopping for new windows and doors shouldn't feel like a negotiation. Pella Windows and Doors of Wisconsin doesn't believe in games. They never inflate pricing, and there's no high-pressure sales pitch. Just premium windows and doors built for long-term comfort, beauty, and peace of mind. Buy direct through Pella, and one trusted team handles everything with Pella certified installers every step of the way. Real pricing, premium quality, no games. Pella Windows and Doors of Wisconsin. Schedule your free in-home consultation today at PellaWI.com.
Hey, sports fans, the ESPN app has all of ESPN all in one place. The ESPN app is your home to thousands of live events, ESPN shows, and originals across every ESPN network in service. And now you can check if you already have ESPN Unlimited as part of your TV package for no additional cost. Visit activate.espn.com to learn how to access your account or sign up, then start streaming in the ESPN app. It's all of ESPN all in one place. Sign up or activate now.
Life's better with American Family Insurance because we know you love working weekends. If it means working on your dream home, both inside and out. And we're here to help protect those dreams so you can enjoy peace of mind. Save up to 40% when you bundle home and auto. American Family Insurance. Get a quote and find an agent at amfam.com.
Products, pricing, and availability vary based on the way you purchase insurance and by state. Some exclusions apply. American Family Mutual Insurance Company, SI, and its operating companies, 6000 American Parkway, Madison, Wisconsin.
We've never seen anyone like The Miz.
Swing and a miss! He struck him out! A complete game shutout from Jacob Mizorowski.
This is 100.5 ESPN, Madison's home of the Brewers.
We'll take a break from the World Cup Today portion of our program and get Tausch's view of the San Antonio Spurs, who lost in the NBA Finals in games that they had double-digit leads in all 5 of them, and they only won 1 of them. Tausch, is that how they're like the Green Bay Packers?
So I was listening to some post coverage of the Spurs losing, and obviously everybody's fired up because New York hadn't won one in 53 years, the biggest city in the country, blah, blah, blah. So everybody's excited. Great. Kudos to New York. They grinded it out. They were tougher. They were mentally in a better place than where New York was. So I'm all good. Great championship for them. I think they should celebrate in a big way. They will. Boom, boom, boom. But then I started kind of thinking, and I know we had this conversation about which, baseball team the Green Bay Packers were, and that was kind of fun. I think our fans had fun with it. And the more I started thinking about it, the Green Bay Packers, organizationally, eerily similar to the San Antonio Spurs. Now, when you factor in tradition and history, I don't think anybody can compete. Maybe the Yankees, as far as the Green Bay Packers, when you start factoring all of that in. But when I start looking at the equivalencies to the Spurs and the Packers, it is eerily similar. Great star player MVPs, legendary coach, championships, gut punches. Who has had more? San Antonio blows the biggest lead in the history of the NBA Finals. Green Bay Packers, pretty devastating. They lose a game. Derek Fisher hits a shot, knocks them out of another championship to make it to a championship back in, I think, 2004. Gut punch. We've seen that movie before with San Francisco with game-winning field goals, et cetera, blocked field goal or blocked punt that does it. Games that you should win. San Antonio's the better team that year. They didn't win it. And then obviously you factor in the absolute gut punch of all gut punches is when LeBron and Ray Allen come back and win it in Game 6. So their fan base, pretty low-key. Their organization, pretty low-key, go about their business, pretty consistent, wins a lot, gotten in these runs, won championships, but also have had gut punch after gut punch. Tell me a better equivalent operation than that when it comes to the Green Bay Packers and comparing them to an NBA team.
Have the Spurs won titles at a greater rates would be my only question.
No, not in the grand scheme. When you grand scheme it, it's not close. The Packers obviously have 13, and the Spurs have 5.
Most of those are Old Testament.
But okay, fine. When you start factoring in just the Super Bowl era, 60s, that's 4. I think Spurs got 5. They had maybe a little more dynastic, but it's tough to say that. Their dynastic run was probably very similar to Lombardi, Popovich, Lombardi. Just take a look at overall smaller town. I know San Antonio's getting bigger, but kind of that small town vibe, community-oriented deal, wins a lot, steady, stable organization, star players. They get their star. We've had Favre, Rodgers, star. Robinson would be star.
Yeah.
A-Rod would. Well, A-Rod and Tim Duncan's a tough comp. I'll be the first one to admit that. Favre and old boy, probably pretty good comp. So
and now Wemby is in the same spot as Jordan Love?
No, I just said Favre is going to be Wemby. I guess you could put Kawhi in there, but I'm not going to do that.
Okay. So the Spurs titles are 99, 03, 05, 07, 14, and now obviously they reached the finals for the first time since. So
they have 5, right? I believe my math is right. I think
correct,
they have 5
but all in the last 26 years.
Okay, well, give me a better comp. I think
it's a good. No, this is way better than the soccer thing. No, I think it's a very good comp. My question was, Wemby reaches the NBA Finals, he doesn't win. Jordan Love reaches the divisional round in his first year as the starter, now has lost.
If we're being fair, Jordan Love is not in this conversation yet, in my opinion. I think he can get there, but he's not right now.
The Spurs also went through a period here, the last 5 or 6 years before this season, where did they even have a winning record? Did they make the postseason?
No, they definitely had a little down spell.
They've been down for almost the better part of a decade, really.
Right? And so look,
maybe this comp sucks.
It if I may,
10 years. I didn't realize it's 10 years that they've stunk. I thought it was 3
so they've
or 4.
had a down period. But I think most of your comp fits extremely well. I'm just saying, I'm trying to spin it forward now because, look, if Rodgers wins more titles during his run, the comp to Tim Duncan is actually a very good one also, right? But I feel like Duncan won more titles during his
I think
time
Duncan's got to be Bart Starr in this. And then Robinson is
because
Favre,
that era is the 60s.
and then Rodgers is Wemby.
Okay. And look, Wemby, with my second Natasha Bedingfield reference in as many segments, a lot is still unwritten for him, right? I mean, he's still a very young player. And they made it to the finals, and they clearly were not ready for prime time in the most important moments, obviously. But I like the comp a lot, actually. I'm not in any way downgrading it. I am just trying to spin it forward because they made an NBA Finals now after not being in the finals for 12 years. The Packers are now 16 years into not making it to a Super Bowl. And they are hoping that they're not quite as young anymore, young star at quarterback, can elevate to being a championship caliber player. And maybe that happens this year if he has Christian Watson, Jaden Reed, Tucker Kraft, Matthew Golden all healthy around him. But I'm just trying to look into the future and say, will this comp be able to stand up with Jordan Love and Wemby being on the same kind of timeline of their careers? That's all I'm asking, because I think the comp's a good one.
I think when I look at New York and what New York just got done, that reminds me, and it's not the same, but I think that vibe is the same as when the Green Bay Packers won the Super Bowl in '96. Long layoff, historical franchise.
Mm-hmm.
Obviously, they did not. I think they won 2 championships in the '70s, so it's not quite the same. But Green Bay, if you want to get rid of everything pre-Super Bowl, and won 2 championships, that excitement level, you don't get that very often.
53-year drought will do that.
Mm-hmm.
Are you still? One last question.
You guys kind of talked me off this. I was really, as I was listening to, I don't remember who was analyzing it, but they were kind of going through this, and I was thinking, what other franchises has had success? There's been plenty of just lovable losers. The Vikings can't win anything. Buffalo haven't won anything. That has won, but still, the heartbreak and the gut punch is probably not to the same level as the championships, but eerily similar.
I got one for you.
Yeah.
Oklahoma City.
Explain.
Oklahoma City has had some really talented teams. A decade and a half ago, they had Kevin Durant and James Harden and that whole squad that lost to the Miami Heat.
Russell Westbrook.
The atmosphere in Oklahoma City, all the NBA experts and pundits and players say that it's a college-type atmosphere, very similar to how playing at Lambeau Field against the Green Bay Packers is described. They have won a championship, obviously recently, more recently than the Packers have, but they have won a championship. It doesn't have the storied history that the Packers have, but when you look at different similarities between the franchises, I think Oklahoma City stands out as one that's a good alternative.
Different similarities?
Yeah, like when you're comparing the Spurs, you're saying the history, the heartbreak, the star
that makes
players.
Sense.
When you're comparing Oklahoma City, you're talking about the in-game atmosphere and the getting close and getting over the hump only really once or maybe twice. Like that's, if we're looking more recent history, I think Oklahoma City has a comparison to be made.
Not bad. I like it. Last thing on this. You regretted wanting the lovable losers, the Chicago Cubs, to break the curse of the Billy Goat.
Yep, mistake by me.
I don't think you regretted the Red Sox winning after the curse of the Bambino.
Nope, I enjoyed it.
Do you feel like this will be the Red Sox or this will be the Cubs when it comes to you were rooting for the Knicks to win their first title in 53 years? And you think you'll regret that, or you think you'll feel the same way you feel about the Red Sox?
I think it'll be a lot more indifferent on both fronts. There wasn't a curse that went with this. I'm not a New York sports fan, so it's just not my cup of tea. And I don't think this is going to be some dynastic run. I think this is a team that is very likable. They work hard. They compete. They're gritty. It's the opposite, I think, of what outside folks look at, the city of New York. I think we kind of look at it as bougie and finance and all the other stuff. And I think there is a lot of grit to live there. You have to be willing to fight. And that team did. You said they only led 27% of the series, and they won in 5 games. That takes a lot of what to find a way and figure it out. So I don't think this team is going to be one of the all-time great, like, dynastic. Oh, they're going to be really tough for a bit, and I think they're going to have to reboot. So I think this is going to be a standalone congratulations and a legendary group that's going to be able to do whatever they want in the state of New York.
I do have a greater affinity for Jalen Brunson than I had before. I was really impressed with him and how he. The way he played in that clinching game was really, really impressive. All right, we'll shift gears again. I know Jesse, we're getting a lot of requests in the YouTube comments. We want some Miz talk. So we will be prepared for that a little bit later in the program. But speaking of the Brewers and speaking of the Miz, if you want to go see the Miz and you want to be able to tailgate a little longer because you got express entry into the Associated Bank gate, or you want to be able to get 20% off your Miz jersey at the Brewers team store, or you want to save some money on buying your ticket, well, all those things come with Associated Bank's Brewers Checking. 20% off the Brewers team store, up to 50% off home game tickets, express entry through the Associated Bank entrance, concert and event access. You can get pre-sale access to designated concerts and non-baseball events. And you can save money both on the Brewers Baseball Academy when you register for that, and for the famous Racing Sausages 5K and 10K runs. So go to AssociatedBank.com/Brewers to find out more about all the perks that come with Brewers Checking from Associated Bank. More Wilde and Tausch straight ahead. Stick around.
Your state, your teams, your ESPN. The ESPN Wisconsin app. Customizable just to you. Find the ESPN Wisconsin app in the Apple or Android app stores today.
Mark Tauscher here, encouraging you to save money and help save the planet by making an energy switch to Everlight Solar. Well, it's summertime, and for many of us, that means more activities, more vacations, more time with our kids, and more money being spent on all of those things. So I know, like me, you're looking to save a few bucks. Why not save money and help save the planet by making an energy switch to Everlight Solar? Our family made the switch to solar, and we love it. But at first, we weren't even sure where to start. That's when we met the great team over at Everlight Solar. From the very first conversation, they educated us on the benefits of solar while also helping keep the process simple. Join us in saving a ton of money and creating a greener environment for our family and the community by switching to solar. Learn more. Schedule a free consultation at everlightsolar.com. That's everlightsolar.com.
Wisconsin sports without a filter.
Why not a prove-it year? What is there to lose in a prove-it year for Lucas Van Ness?
Kyle and Brust.
I feel like I'm taking crazy pills right now. And this comes off of the heels, Kyle, of restructuring Aaron Banks, right? Like another guy that was hurt and didn't perform.
Kyle and Brust. Weekdays 2 to 4 on 100.5 ESPN, the ESPN Madison YouTube channel, and the ESPN Wisconsin app.
Prizes, flyaways, even cash money. You want it? We've got it. Find a list of all contests and official rules by visiting ESPNWisconsinContests.com. That's ESPNWisconsinContests.com.
Discover the all-new TPC Wisconsin, Madison's premier destination for families, women, and golfers of all levels. Fresh off a stunning $30 million transformation, TPC Wisconsin offers more than championship golf. Enjoy a welcoming community with tennis, pickleball, a world-class golf academy, swimming, fitness, and family-friendly activities all year long. Experience the newest TPC golf club in the world right here in Madison. Visit tpcwisconsin.com to explore memberships and schedule your tour today.
Running a business doesn't leave time to wait. You need answers and a banker who responds. At Starion Bank, you work directly with local decision makers who understand your business and act quickly. No runaround, no delays, just solutions. The right banking relationship makes a difference, especially when things get complicated. Starion Bank, built for the long game. Visit StarianBank.com to get started today.
With me is Jeff Henson, owner of Englehart Motorsports. Jeff, you felt your previous business technology vendor had become complacent and their costs were increasing. So you contacted James Imaging Systems.
We found that moving forward with James Imaging was going to be a step in the right direction to help reduce cost.
James Imaging Systems, AI-driven workflow automation, security enhancements, and digital transformation to help businesses do business better and save some money.
Up front, what James Imaging was able to show us as far as annual savings was substantial.
Plus, there's James Service and Support.
The quality of the service, that they live up to what they've promised, which they've clearly delivered on that.
Jeff, with business technology supported by people who keep their promises, how do you feel?
Extremely happy.
James Imaging Systems, your local business technology partner. Call 608-221-3457 or visit jamesimaging.com.
Mark Tauscher here, and take it from me, the best game nights start with pizza. Try the new crispy Parm Pan Pizza, featuring crispy baked Parmesan on the crust for a golden cheesy crunch in every bite. For a limited time, get a medium one-topping crispy Parm Pan for just $10, or make it a large for just $3 more. Order online at pizzahut.com or download the Pizza Hut app to order and find more great deals. The new crispy Parm Pan Pizza, available now at Pizza Hut. And remember, no one out-pizzas the Hut.
We've never seen anyone like The Miz.
Swing and a miss! He struck him out! A complete game shutout from Jacob Mizorowski.
This is 100.5 ESPN, Madison's home of the Brewers.
As a few folks have pointed out in our YouTube comments, I think it's safe to say that the Knicks probably feel pretty good about their mix after winning the NBA title. So we can take them out of the mix for Giannis. So what does that leave
I bet
us?
if they could trade Karl Anthony Towns for Giannis, they would do it.
Straight up, probably.
And some picks. I think they'd still do it.
But Brian Windhorst on Get Up this morning. Again, I don't know. Do we call this a report, Jesse? Is this his opinion?
This
I don't
one
want to inaccurately depict this.
I would put it at a 5.5 out of 10 on the report scale.
Okay. It's pretty high.
Not really. I don't know. What's 10 out of 10 is like it's a trade that's happening and it's done, right?
Yeah.
That's a 10 out of 10 on the reports. And a 1 out of 10 is I think Giannis should go to the Trailblazers.
Pelicans.
Yeah. Okay. So maybe a 4.5 to 5.5, somewhere in that range. Yeah.
All right. Well, we'll be the judge of that. Here is Brian Windhorst discussing Giannis Antetokounmpo's potential landing spots if he is traded. Here is Brian Windhorst.
I would be remiss if I didn't point out that he still could commit to re-signing with the Bucks, but talks have intensified over the last 7 to 10 days. Look, he has focused on wanting to be a member of the Miami Heat, and because he's only got 1 year on his contract, he has some control over that. But the Heat and the Bucks have been talking for months, Greeny, and not agreed to a deal because the Bucks don't love the Heat's offer. There are 3 teams involved. There are 4 teams involved. In recent days, we have seen that the Boston Celtics have shown some interest there. But a Celtics offer has a stumbling block. Number one, you'd be breaking up potentially Jalen Brunson and Jaylen Brown. Number two, it would mean changing the entire structure of the way the Celtics play basketball. So stay tuned. We'll be more on that as the week unfolds.
I assume that was Jason Tatum and Jaylen Brown that he was referring to, right? Not
Yes, sir.
Jalen Brunson.
Yes, sir.
I have been there, by the way, so not criticizing Wendy. I do that all the time where I say the wrong name. But is there – I don't want to say that his market is drying up. That seems like too strong of a statement. But is there – like he even said at the beginning of that, Tausch, is there a chance that there just ends up not being a deal that works for him or for them, and it doesn't end up happening?
Yeah, then we don't trade him. But no, I don't think that's going to be the case, because it seems as if Miami has made an offer that I think the Bucks, and again, this is just kind of siphoning through Windy and Shams and everybody else's take on it. It's a good, safe deal. It's nothing that's going to get Bucks fans super excited. I think this new concept, and what I'm getting excited about and why I'm wearing green today, is I think the Celtics are going to get involved. You're listening to Bill Simmons, who's Mr. Celtic, along with Brad Stevens, and I can't tell if these reports are fake news or not. But there seems to be a movement going that Brown could be traded to it could be a 3 or a 4 team trade, where the Bucks end up getting a lot of really quality assets and maybe a couple of young players that maybe come from Miami. Miami ends up, I don't know why Miami would get involved in this. That's the part that I don't fully understand. But if Boston does get involved, and if I'm Boston, I am looking at this and I'm saying, do I really want to just continue to run this back? They had a tailor-made operation going this year, and they couldn't get out of it. They couldn't beat Philly. And their guy was back, and I know Tatum is coming back from it, but he played 20. It wasn't like they just threw him in there. He had played 15 or 20 games. He should have been fresh, and their team was pretty much whole, and they couldn't get by Philly. I'm not running that back. I don't know what you're paying. You're on whatever aprons you're in. You got 2 supermax guys, and you're going to do that. I'd rather have Giannis along with Tatum and moving Brown, and then if I'm the Bucks, I'm not interested. I don't know how old Brown is, but I'm not super interested in just bringing him in. I just want to get a ton of picks and some young players and resetting this whole thing. And I want to then, like I said last week, then you start looking at the Portises and the Turners, and let's just reset and go. If you're going to end up moving this, but Giannis can dictate to a certain point, because he obviously can say, I'm not going to go there and sign an extension. I'll go there for a year. Nobody's going to give up the assets that you're hoping for if that's the case. It seems as if he's leaking things to really push this Miami trade. Mm-hmm. And my guess is there's leakage on top of leakage saying you need to up the ante and get better, because I do think, just reading the tea leaves, it feels as if Miami is going to end up with Giannis, because that's where Giannis wants to go, and he's going to get the extension, and the Heat are just going to have to sweeten that pot just a little bit, because otherwise this is going to be a complicated deal. I hope it goes the complicated way, because I think the more complicated, I think the better it's going to be for the Bucks.
So there's, first of all, Jaylen Brown is going to be 30 in October.
Yeah, I just am not interested in having him as kind of the face for the next 2 or 3. Like I'm not. That's not saying that I think he's a really good basketball player, but I don't think that's going to move the needle in any meaningful way here, especially with. I think there is the vibe for most Bucks fans that this has been exhausting, and let's just reset and have a young group that we can have grow together, and hopefully get something replicated like an OKC did when they were able to move Paul George.
Mm-hmm. Mark Stein, longtime NBA reporter, laid out a case where the Rockets, the Celtics, and the Bucks could be involved in a 3-way trade. By the way, Brown has 3 years and $183 million left on his existing contract. There's also some conjecture out there about the Clippers emerging as a possible destination. But I agree with what you just said. There is an exhaustion, I think. I'd be curious. Maybe we have to reach out to our Bucks buddy, Justin Garcia. He's usually pretty in tune with what the greater picture is in the association. But I don't know. Why don't you like the Jaylen Brown piece of this? I mean, he had a great year. But,
I mean, do you like it?
Not especially, no, but I'm not the NBA and not the 30,000-foot view of the NBA.
I don't view that as like moving the needle in any meaningful way, and then you have all this money tied up. Now, if you're going to utilize that piece as another trade piece, then I'm interested. And we trade him, and then that gets it. But to have him as one of the centerpieces back for Milwaukee, I think will lead us to
irrelevancy.
Just a lot of mediocrity. Mm-hmm. And maybe I'll be wrong on that. It depends what else comes back, and maybe we're poo-pooing because if you look at Boston, I think everybody, when Tatum tore his Achilles last year, we all kind of thought, well, this is going to be a bridge year for them. They're not going to even, they're not going to make the playoffs. And obviously, they were in position where everybody had them winning the Eastern Conference and playing OKC or San Antonio in the championship. I remember Wendy. I'm old enough to remember Wendy saying, "I'm only going to get hotels in Boston because I'm so certain that the Boston Celtics are going to be hosting the NBA Finals." Well, how'd that work out for Wendy?
Well, that was in large part because of Jaylen Brown in the regular season, though.
That's my point back. So maybe I'm poo-pooing because I just think that at this point, maybe that is the best we could get. Would he be the best if we end up trading him to Giannis to the Miami Heat? Would Brown be the best player if we ended up switching courses and going with the Celtics? Because I don't think there's anybody on the Miami Heat that we would get that would be better than him. That I agree with. But I just am at the point where I want a total, let's go young, let's get a bunch of draft picks, and hopefully this group we find, if we give 3 first-round picks, we get a star, we get a really good supplemental player, and then we get another guy, and then have more picks and maybe some sprinklers that will help reset this organization. Because I think if we bring Brown in, the anticipation would be we're going to be back winning, and then are we going to be winning at the 8, 7, 6 seed? Because we certainly would not be winning at the 3, 2, and 1 seed when it comes to the Eastern Conference, especially if Giannis ends up in Boston and or Miami. Mm-hmm. All of a sudden that math changes again, and I don't think at this point that's where we want to be. But then the other question is, do you want to just have a total 15-win season and build from it? As crazy as it sounds, I'd be okay with that for a year. Because we did that with Giannis back whatever year that was, 14, 13, whatever year it was, and that built to where we were, where it was the golden age of the Milwaukee Bucks for, a 5 or 6 year period, which is what we're all looking to try and recreate.
Well, if something is going to happen, the draft is a week from tomorrow, right, Jesse?
That is correct. Next week.
So we're into that window of where this, if something's going to happen, it's coming up quick. After years and years and years of speculation, we're on the verge of that. All right, let's play some trivia, and then Tausch will tell us about Annex Wealth Management. Jesse, I haven't given away anything from the Sports Weekend recap, have I?
We have recapped a lot of the Sports Weekend so far in this show. The Sports Weekend recap is today's Wilde and Tausch trivia category, as is customary for us on a Monday.
How many strikeouts did Miz have in his win?
15, I think.
I think that's correct.
Is that right?
So I believe you're right. Caller 15. Caller 15. That is not one of the questions, by the way, so you're safe there. Caller 15 right now, 844-770-3776, 844-770-3776. Caller 15 will play trivia after Tausch tells us about Annex Wealth Management.
And it is hard to keep up with everything going on globally. You got the Iran deal, Strait of Hormuz. We don't know what's going on, and you don't know how that affects your money. Gas prices, inflation, wars, If you're looking to learn how to plan and stay on your goal, even with all of that going on around you, give the good people at Annex Wealth Management a call. When they plan, they start by talking with you about what's important, and they're going to start building from there, then rigorously test the plan against hundreds of different scenarios and all sorts of possibilities to make sure that what you're building will stand up over time. Nothing's going to make you 100% calm with everything going on, but the experts and the great team at Annex are going to help you with your financial planning. Give them a call or go to annexwealth.com. Click the Get Started button to get going today.
Caller 15 plays trivia next. It's Wilde and Tausch.
Wilde and Tausch on 100.5 ESPN is brought to you by Everlight Solar. Save money, save the planet. Everlight Solar.
Mark Tauscher here for Olsen Toon. Well, first impressions matter, and your outdoor space is often the first thing people see. And since 1997, Olsen Toon has been helping homeowners and businesses across Dane County create and maintain outdoor spaces. From landscaping and concrete to excavation and year-round maintenance, they're your team for everything outdoors. Ready to elevate your property? Contact Olson Toon today and learn more at olsontoon.com. Creating lasting impressions every season, every day. That's the Olson Toon difference.
Pella Windows and Doors of Wisconsin present your Badger Minute.
This Badger Minute brought to you by your Badgerland Chevy dealers, proud supporters of Badger Athletics. Go to BadgerlandChevy.com. With this Badger Minute, I'm Jesse Nelson. ESPN college football writer Adam Rittenberg recently shared his college football future power rankings through 2027. Rittenberg ranks every Power 4 conference team and Notre Dame based on their outlook for the next 2 years. Criteria for the rankings includes a team's quarterback situation, coaching staff, offensive and defensive line, star power, and roster management. Out of 68 teams ranked, the Wisconsin Badgers check in at number 55. You can find the full rankings and commentary on the Badgers from Rittenberg at ESPN.com.
Pella Windows and Doors of Wisconsin doesn't play games, just straightforward pricing, premium quality, and trusted Pella certified installation. Visit PellaWI.com today.
Mike, what's one of the most important questions people should be asking about metal roofing?
It should be who's doing the installation. It takes focus, precision, and technical experience. We'll answer all your questions.
After all, we are masters of metal roofing.
I'm Mike.
And Mary Sweta. Enjoy the long-lasting architectural strength and beauty of a Sweta metal roof.
SWITA metalroofing.com.
Sweta Metal Roofing, the last roof you'll ever need.
Every event tells a story, from the first impression to the final moments. Have someone guide your guests through every chapter the way you want the story told. Hi, it's Jeffrey from Celebrations Entertainment. With a strong presence, great voices, and an award-winning team, trust us to guide, direct, and inform your guests through all the different chapters of the day. For fun, memorable entertainment for any event, please visit us at celebrationsentertainment.com. That's celebrationsentertainment.com.
Vortex Golf makes rangefinders for serious golfers who need an accurate number every time. With 3 options, the Blade, Blade Slope, and Anarch, there's a Vortex rangefinder that fits your game. Crystal clear optics and features like image stabilization keep you steady in big moments. Plus, every Vortex Golf product is backed by a no-questions-asked lifetime warranty. If you're looking for an accurate number every time, Vortex Golf belongs on your bag. Grab yours and everything you need for golf season in Wisconsin at Shields.com.
Brian Butch here. From high school All-American to Division I to the pros, I know the value of gear that works as hard as you do. And with Father's Day coming up, Iron Jock has some great bundle deals for every kind of dad. Get a performance t-shirt and low-cut socks for just $35, a polo and cap bundle for $65, or grab a lightweight hoodie and jogger set for only $100. Iron Jock gear is moisture-wicking, anti-static, built with 4-way stretch, and powered by silver ion technology to help eliminate odor-causing bacteria. Shop Father's Day bundles now through June 21st at ironjock.com.
$2.3 million. A recent Schwab survey of Americans says that it takes $2.3 million to be wealthy. Well, you may have had your financial plan set on a bigger or a more humble number. But if you're looking for added insights on how to get there or how to avoid some tax pitfalls on the way, Annex Wealth Management is ready to listen. Mark Tauscher here, and whether your situation is complex or simple, the Annex Wealth Management team can give you wealth expertise and guidance on reaching your goals. Annex Wealth Management. Know the difference.
Your state, your teams, your ESPN. The ESPN Wisconsin app. Customizable just to you. Find the ESPN Wisconsin app in the Apple or Android app stores today.
Play some trivia presented by Cousin Subs and Vortex Golf.
Wilde and Tausch Trivia is presented by Vortex Golf, rangefinders you can bet on, and by Cousin Subs. Have a grad to celebrate? Purchase $30 in Cousin Subs gift cards and receive a free 7.5-inch sub. Cousin Subs, they believe in better.
Let's welcome in our contestant. It is Chad in Fitchburg. Chad, good morning. How are you today?
Doing well, thanks.
Doing well. Doing well. All right, well, hopefully you do well in Wilde and Tausch trivia. It is the Sports Weekend Recap. And as mentioned earlier in the program, question number 1 is about the World Cup. The U.S. men's national team defeated Paraguay 4-1 in its World Cup opener on Friday night. But which star U.S. player left the game near the end of the first half and did not return for the remainder of the night? And if he does not return for the rest of the tournament, we may stop funding soccer altogether in this country.
According to some.
Is it Christian Pulisic, Alex Freeman, or Ronaldo Pele Beckham?
I will go with B.
Alex Freeman, son of Packers wide receiver Antonio Freeman. Well, thankfully he is healthy and played what appeared to be very well in Game 1. No, it's Pulisic.
Is that how you say that name?
I don't know.
Christian Pulisic.
I almost, no.
Christian Pulisic.
Yeah. Tough one. A tough one to start, but we'll get better. All right. 3 members of the NBA champion New York Knicks, Jalen Brunson, Mikal Bridges, and Josh Hart, were also teammates in NCAA men's basketball tournament champions in 2016. They also lost to Wisconsin the following year. At which school did they play? Is it North Carolina, Virginia, or Villanova?
Nova.
Yes, sir. That win even looks... Is that what then we ended up losing in the to the Gators at MSG?
Wisconsin beat the Nova Knicks in the 2017 second round of the NCAA tournament and then proceeded to lose the buzzer beater at the Garden.
The belts.
Who made that shot?
Florida.
Chris Chiozza.
Yeah, Chiozza.
After
Showalter in the belt.
After Showy with the belt, yeah. Unlike that game, Chad, you got question 2 right, so that's a win. Now let's see if you can get question 3. Jacob Mizorowski faced the minimum in a complete game 1-hit shutout of the Philadelphia Phillies on Friday night. They called it a Maddox?
A Maddox. Yeah.
That's a complete game shutout without pitching 100 pitches?
Yep.
Impressive. Who was the only Phillies player to reach base in Friday's game? Was it Kyle?
And these questions backwards
Christian
today.
Pulisic. Yes, 2 for 3. The rare first one wrong, last 2 right, which does not happen very often on this program. Chad, you got 2 out of 3. That means you got 3 of the possible 4 entries into Friday's drawing, which will make you contestant number 4. I don't understand the system at all with the chips, but be that as it may, you got 3 of the possible 4 entries. Good luck, buddy. Thanks for your loyalty to the show.
Hey, thanks, guys.
That is Wilde and Tausch trivia. We will kick off the 10 o'clock hour in just 2 minutes. So stick around. It's Wilde and Tausch.
Don't go anywhere. Another hour of Wilde and Tausch, presented by Pella Windows and Doors of Wisconsin, is coming up next on ESPN Wisconsin and the ESPN Wisconsin app.
Mark Tauscher here. People ask, why did I join UW Credit Union? Well, let's break it down. Convenient local branches, easy to use mobile banking app, rewards checking with early payday, and that beautiful Bucky debit card. Also, they've been serving Wisconsin since 1931, which means they have local expertise that's actually local. So stop by a branch or visit uwcu.org to join today and become a UW Credit Union member like I did. Federally insured by NCUA. Terms and conditions apply.
Hey, it's Kelly Sheffield, Wisconsin Badgers volleyball head coach. You're listening to 100.5 ESPN, WTLX, Monona, Madison, a good Karma Brands radio station.
Broadcasting live from the Everlight Solar Studio, this is your Metro Kia of Madison Sports Center.
Good morning, Madison and streamers everywhere. I'm Jesse Nelson. Sports Center brought to you by Goodman's Jewelers, the diamond store of Madison for generations. Check them out at 220 State Street and online at goodmansjewelers.com. With the NBA Finals coming to a close over the weekend, attention now on where Giannis Antetokounmpo will play next. ESPN NBA insider Brian Windhorst appearing this morning on Get Up on ESPN, sharing his latest speculation.
I would be remiss if I didn't point out that he still could commit to re-signing with the Bucks, but talks have intensified over the last 7 to 10 days. Look, he has focused on wanting to be a member of the Miami Heat, and because he's only got 1 year on his contract, he has some control over that.
Brian Windhorst this morning on Get Up. Plenty more commentary from Windy, sharing some perspective on the Boston Celtics being in the mix. If the Bucks think the Heat's offer is good enough, check it out over at ESPN.com. And stay tuned right here to 100.5 ESPN, Madison's home of the Bucks, for the latest on Giannis Watch 2026. Meanwhile, baseball, the Brewers take 2 of 3 over the Philadelphia Phillies, including a pair of shutout wins on Friday and Sunday. No game today. Brewers host the Guardians tomorrow night.
Metro Kia of Madison, Madison's trusted Kia dealer. Stop into Metro Kia on the east side of Madison or metrokiaofmadison.com. 3-time Wisconsin Sports Writer of the Year, Jason Wilde.
Time now for headlines as we predict what will happen on Sunday as the Packers take on the Vikings at Lambeau Field.
Packers Hall of Famer Mark Tauscher.
I'm going to do something crazy.
Broadcasting live from the Everlight Solar Studio at ESPN Madison.
I'm going to say kissing cousins, pack bikes tie.
And celebrating 10 great years on ESPN Wisconsin.
He missed it again! And will end this crazy game in a tie. Oh my goodness.
This is Wilde and Tausch, presented by Pella Windows and Doors of Wisconsin.
You know what's amazing about that clip as it relates to our conversation with Ryan Longwell on Friday? The reason why that game is tied, the kicker who is being referred to by Big Game Burkhart there on the call is Daniel Carlson, who missed those kicks to make that a tie.
At Lambeau. He had that high
At
hook.
Lambeau.
You can't kick it high.
Didn't hit the fade.
A low cut.
Are you going, like, the rookies are practicing this week, right? Are you going to go and watch every kick, or what's the deal?
We're not invited. There's no access.
Not after Friday's show, you won't be to watch the kickers anyway.
I had said that I would still like to talk to guys, even if you don't, if you're not planning on, because I don't have that many rookies, so it's kind of like a remedial rookie camp after their first one right after the draft where everyone was drinking from a fire hose. But I get it. I don't think Trey Smack needs to be subjected to constant badgering. But at the same time, I'm never going to turn down an opportunity to have conversations with guys. Hey, Tausch, you've said often that our phones listen to us, right? And sketchy stuff happens.
Yeah.
I have now somehow landed on a press release list that every time sports are discussed on Good Morning America, I get a press release about it. So, like, Jalen Brunson appears on Good Morning America, and I have a press release this morning from a PR person with GMA, Carolina Hurricanes captain Jordan Staal on winning the Stanley Cup. Should I be concerned?
I don't know. I think that's kind of been well known to be part of the deal. I'm just glad that whoever's listening to your phone is trying to help prep the show, so that we're not talking about Iran and Lord knows what else. I'm assuming there's something probably UFC related too that maybe popped up on GMA as the big show happened last night.
I did not watch GMA this morning. I was working on my Ryan Longwell story. So I missed that. I'm guessing they also covered the World Cup.
So the one time that the GMA is actually really delving into sports is the morning
they had like 3
off.
different sports
There's
stories.
probably a
this morning.
ton of
He
GMA
skipped
sports as there's championships crowned over the weekend.
Finals and Stanley
World
Cup and
Cup.
UFC.
I knew about all those, though.
And this is the one day you decide that you're going to work on the Longwell story and not watch GMA. And that's probably why they alerted you, actually, is because they're like, what the blank?
Believe it or not, Stephanopoulos was breaking down Cooper Pratt getting called up this morning.
Stephanopoulos couldn't believe how good Miz was Friday night.
And Robin said, did you hear about Kyle Harrison? He's been really good, too. Yeah.
And that ballpark in Vegas, man, they gave up 22 runs the other day.
I do not see anything from them about the Brewers, but it does sound like you guys would like to discuss the current state of the Brewers, because if I recall correctly, when Tausch was talking about the Brewers either before or after Ryan Longwell joined us, you said very clearly they have to do something at shortstop. You're a ball knower.
Well, I just think when you start looking at what the left side of the infield is done, and in full disclosure, I was watching, I don't know what game I was watching, and Ortiz booted one, and I think everybody is kind of looking at it like, all right, he's there for defense.
He's a pretty good fielder, from what I understand.
Yeah, and everybody has a day, right? You boot a couple balls and whatnot, but then when you start talking about where this team needs to go, and you listen to Pat Murphy, I think we all realize that, offensively you can't have, and help me, the left side of your infield has to perform at some type of level. And when you sign a guy to a long deal, then there's always the timing of when do you bring him up? When do you need that jolt? Because I think this team, the way they're built, you're not going to be able to go and pick up a big boy bat unless you're willing to give up some of these prospects. And I do think listening to Passon's quotes 2 years ago or 3 years ago and predicting and understanding where we're at, and he also, last time he joined us, was talking about a lot of really good prospects. I don't think he did anything as glowingly as what he said about Miz in, what was it, the fall of 23?
Miz, he
November 23.
November 14th, 2023, Jeff Passan on this show said Jacob Mizorowski has the stuff to be the best pitcher in baseball. That's not an overreaction.
And it's turned out, I mean, I know there's a bunch of really good pitchers in the NL, and there's a lot of guys doing a lot of stuff. I don't know if anybody's doing it better than what Miz is. And when Jesse, you were talking about, I know the attendance this weekend has been great at AmFam Field. I don't care when, if it's 11 p.m., 11 a.m., 12, whatever time. If Miz is throwing at AmFam Field, that place needs to be full. That's where we're at with him. And, it'd be great if the stadium is always full. I understand it's a Tuesday night. It's tough. If you get 20,000 people, I think Brewers are pretty excited about that. If it's Miz, the place got to be full. He has become that guy. So there's just so much. I can't say enough great things about how Matt Arnold has done what he's done. And that's why I'm not overly – what are you hemming
Every
about?
time you say Matt Arnold, I think of face of Wisconsin sports, and I still couldn't pick him out of a lineup.
But he should be. I mean, what he's done has been remarkable, and especially when we were all freaking out when Stearns decided to leave, we were all like, oh, boy, because we all kind of viewed Stearns as the key to the whole operation. And it turns out that the system and however they structure it and whatever they do, they know what the blank they're doing. This is just it's going to be a very fun summer in regards of we're obviously kicking Keister. How many games up are the Milwaukee Brewers in the division right now?
5 up on the Cardinals for the top spot in the Central.
Cubs are struggling. I still think there's going to be a little swoonage. I don't think this is going to just be a roller. We're just going to roll through and run this division by 15. I still think there's going to be some swoonage, and that's when you start wondering, what is Matt Arnold going to do? Because this is how crazy it is. Sylvie, who I don't text with a ton outside of football season, he texts me Friday night.
From ESPN Chicago, Sylvie?
From ESPN Chicago. Sylvie? Loves Miz, thinks that we need to go get Scooball.
Oh, not this again.
Yeah. And my point back to him was he's injured. I don't want to give up a bunch of prospects for, in essence, a 6-month rental where I think our pitching is good enough. But that's where it's nice as a fan when you have opinions and you want to say what you're thinking. But is there anybody that doesn't trust just completely? Whatever Matt Arnold's going to do is going to be the best for the team. Goody's done things you're like, I don't know about drafting a kicker. I don't know about this. I'm sure there have been times, and he is not bad at 1,000, but boy, it seems like he's pretty dang close. And whatever, if he decides that there's a couple of prospects, especially after we just signed a couple, Pratt and who's the other guy we just signed?
Lara,
for these 7-8 year deals. At some point, you have to use those chips that you have in the minor leagues to try to get that championship so that we can feel what New York fans felt the other day.
So Pratt signed an 8-year extension worth more than $50 million. What was that, a month ago, 6 weeks ago?
It was in April, I think.
He's 21 years old. The Brewers are off today. He's expected to make his major league debut tomorrow. And it does seem like they made the timing of this makes perfect sense. And this is exactly what you were talking about. And now they have not rushed him. He was at AAA Nashville. He didn't you see some of these guys that skip AAA completely and go from AA to the majors sometimes. They didn't do that with him. I'm very curious to see, everything that Matt Arnold has touched largely has turned to gold. He has had the Arnold Midas touch. And this feels like they thought this through. They didn't rush this kid. And now it makes perfect sense given where they're at. Where is this Scooble? Because I even heard it from Jeff Passan, where he mentioned them. So, Jesse, are you as opposed to it as Tausch was in the text with Sylvie?
I am not in favor of the Brewers going to. Well, I shouldn't say that.
What if it's a rerun of what they did in 2008 with Sabathia, but this time it gets them to the...
you take that. I mean, if he was 100% healthy, I don't think anybody's even having this question.
If he's 100% healthy, I think it's a no-brainer, because if it's the one path to contend with the Dodgers to win the National League, sure, then go and make the move and see if you can get over the hump and do it and go all in this year. It does go against a lot of what the business model has been for the Brewers to be successful for the better part of the last decade. I think they need more help back end of the bullpen than they need help in the rotation. I think that's been apparent over the last several weeks when they've been as good as they've been. The main struggles have been when McGill and Uribe and those guys are getting in the game. So I'm more concerned about that. I think there's some guys available that could help them on that front. I don't frame this as if the Brewers don't get Tarek Skubal, they're not legit contenders. I think that's a silly thing to say.
So just to be clear before you continue your take. So he had been out since late April. He had bone chips in his elbow. They did some sort of newfangled surgery that allowed him to come back quicker than most. And that is what makes you both again, you follow the Brewers more closely than I do. That is what makes you uncomfortable? Because he pitched on Saturday.
Yeah, the fact that he's coming back from injury, that he went through this procedure.
It's a 6-month rental, and I just, again, if it's and this is where I just unabashedly will support what Matt Arnold does because he's earned it. If there's a young star that we haven't signed long-term, I'm all right with it. And I know we all are looking at it, and there's a bunch of guys that everybody's excited about. And I was listening to Gabe and Chewy, and he obviously follows the Brewers on a real heavy basis. He's all right with it. He's kind of looking at it and saying similar things as what Jeff Passan is saying. I just trust Matt Arnold more than I trust any of the other as far as how he's built this team. it's really difficult to argue that whatever decision he makes isn't going to be the right. The question always comes back to, will we spend the money? That's where, because I'm sure if we trade for Scooball, I don't know what he makes this year. It's a lot. We're never going to pay him the market rate next year. That's not going to happen. So it is knowing that, okay, this is going to be a 4-month rental and then the postseason. That's what this is. Is that going to help you get over the top? If he pitches the way he's done his whole career, you would think yes. What's that trade-off? Is Attanasio going to be on board with doing some of these things with some of these young players that because eventually you're not going to continue to sign. How many of these guys are you going to sign to 7- and 8-year deals?
Well, if you can get them cheap before they make their major league debuts, that's a good formula.
If they stink, that's not going to matter, though.
So far, they haven't missed.
That's my point. And that's why I trust what Matt Arnold's doing.
To Tausch's point, Tarek Skubal is pitching on a 1-year, $32 million contract for this season. He will be a free agent after the season. There's no way in God's green earth that the Brewers would pay him the market rate that a 2-time Cy Young winner, who, even if he helps you win the World Series, they are not paying him.
That is correct.
So it would be. But
how many years do we control Miz on the salary front?
I can get you that information.
I'm guessing it's 4 or 5 more years. And because eventually, unfortunately, I'm sure the Milwaukee Brewers tried to do something with Miz like they've done with Pratt, et cetera, and I'm guessing Miz is probably like, nah. And now, I mean, not going to happen, I wouldn't think.
In fairness, they have been good at letting pitchers go at the right time for the most part. With Corbin Burns and Josh Hader and some of the other, the Hader trade derailed that season, but Hader went way downhill after he left Milwaukee.
He had some success too, though, didn't he?
I mean, he wasn't what he was with the Brewers.
To your question, he is not. He is pre-arbitration eligible. He's not even eligible for arbitration until 2029.
Oh, wow.
That's good.
That's real good. For
us. If I'm reading this correctly from Baseball Reference, he would reach free agency in 2032.
That's real nice. Now, again,
Keep
there's
giving him some Pokemon cards and call it a day.
There's a CBA that is going to be redone and probably a lot of work stoppage next year that will probably shift and change some of that.
Mm-hmm. Great point.
But that's fantastic. That I did not realize it was that far out. But then again, he just barely pitched 1 year. What, yesterday or 2 days ago was his 1-year anniversary as the guy. And there is nobody right now. Obviously, the Packers season's not going, but he's must see. You have to see. And what I can't imagine what AmFam Field was like on Friday. The juice and the energy and how excited everybody is. You don't want to miss that. And that's a fun thing throughout the summer to be able to get to and pay attention and watch. So I just hope, and I think Brewers fans, they're showing up in a big way. And I think when Miz pitches, it's got to be sold out every time he goes out there.
I'm very curious to see how things play out with this team because you can feel there's a chance of something really, really special around the bend here. But I'm fascinated by this trade talk. I have to admit, I am a sucker for this little corner of the hot stove league. And I'm very curious to see how it plays out. But there's no doubt about the Miz, that's for sure. Have you ever seen him pitch in person at this point?
Yeah, I was at his first game.
The moment, a year ago last week.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I think I've been to 2 or 3 outings that he's thrown, and he's always had great stuff. I think he gave up a home run to Shohei. Like when the first, it was like I don't remember
lead
exactly.
off home run to Shohei and then shut him down the rest of the game.
Yeah. So I think the most impressive part for him, obviously throwing 104, 105 miles an hour is unbelievable. but it just feels as if, and Hook probably deserves a lot of credit for this, it feels as if he's figured things out, but he still is just getting people out with just raw gas. I don't know how many pitches he threw, 95 pitches the other night, and I think somebody said 58 were over 100 and some odd miles. I mean, it's just crazy.
Well, then that whole appearance of the whatever that phrase was about perceived velocity because of the angle and his length and everything else, that was I found that fascinating, and hopefully he keeps it up. He is certainly the inconsistencies we saw last year and the people that were critical of him making the All-Star team, I don't think there will be such an issue this time around.
Yeah, I was one of those guys. I didn't think he deserved to be.
The All-Star
I don't
game
think he
this
deserved it. Let me just say this.
You're
now.
Still right.
He is 100% ready to go.
Yeah. Right, exactly.
Who are the other guys? Because you got Skeens. Because everybody's
ironically, Sanchez for the Phillies, who we roughed up yesterday. He's the other guy. He was the pitcher of the month for the National League in May when Miz had the best month ever. Sanchez was better, but we stuck that to him yesterday, so that was nice.
The boys wanted to show their support.
And Jesse had those couple innings at second base without any errors. It was great. All right, that has been your Brewers conversation. We got Dom Catronio on the show, although we handled that better than some might think. What I have not handled well, of course, is my estate planning, but now I'm in the process. I was reminded again over the weekend about how quickly and how things can change in your life. And again, I can't recommend Walney Legal Group enough. Ito and Kelly have been unbelievable to me. They are phenomenal in this field. They give you the custom, personalized experience in estate planning, whether it's wills, trusts, probate, elder care, or special needs. They are not just a one-size-fits-all solution. They know it's an uncomfortable necessity, so they make it a smooth, easy, and as painless as possible process, taking care of you from start to finish. It's lawyering the way that it should be. That's what they say, and that's exactly what it is. Clear communication, niche expertise, personal service, and a modern approach. Only 16% of people have appropriate current planning documents. And if you get their help, you can just set it and forget it. And if it's been a few years and you need to make some adjustments, they can help you with that as well. So visit walneylegal.com to start your conversation, no matter what phase you're in. walneylegal.com. That's WALNY legal.com. More Wilde and Tausch straight ahead. Stick around.
This is Wilde and Tausch, presented by Pella Windows and Doors of Wisconsin. Call today, 855-PELLA-WI, and online at PellaWI.com/radio.
Mark Tauscher here for Pizza Hut. Now, you know I've loved Pizza Hut going back to the days when I was a kid participating in their legendary Book It program. I loved it then, and I love enjoying Pizza Hut, making new memories with my family today. Say hello to Pizza Hut's new crispy Parm Pan Pizza. It's the original pan crust you love with a crispy golden Parmesan edge baked right into the crust. Try it today. Get a medium one-topping crispy Parm Pan Pizza for just $10, or make it a large for only $3 more. Limited time offer, additional charges for extra cheese, toppings, and recipes. Order online at pizzahut.com or download the Pizza Hut app to get this and a bunch of other great deals as well. The newest Hut crust is Pizza Hut's Crispy Parm Pan. Order today at pizzahut.com, and remember, no one out-pizzas the Hut.
ESPN Wisconsin celebrates Wilde and Tausch's 10-year anniversary, presented by Steinhoffels.
Our very first guest, Aaron Rodgers. Give us an over-under on what number would you set for how many shows we do together?
Daily, 52 weeks a year. I'm going to say you do about 230.
Wilde and Tausch's 10th anniversary is also brought to you by Sendix, by Outdoor Living Unlimited, by Gruber Law Offices, and by Events by Design.
People travel the world to collect Hard Rock shirts, and Hard Rock Casino Rockford is going to give the people what they want. Get in on the action at Hard Rock Casino Rockford, where all new Unity card signups receive an official Hard Rock shirt, plus free play to kickstart a winning streak. Whether you're spinning the slots or playing the tables, you'll be dressed for success. Hard Rock Casino Rockford. Let's Hard Rock. If you or someone you know has a gambling problem, call 1-800-GAMBLER or text ILGAMB to 833-234.
Shopping for new windows and doors shouldn't feel like a negotiation. Pella Windows and Doors of Wisconsin doesn't believe in games. They never inflate pricing, and there's no high-pressure sales pitch. Just premium windows and doors built for long-term comfort, beauty, and peace of mind. Buy direct through Pella, and one trusted team handles everything with Pella-certified installers every step of the way. Real pricing, premium quality, no games. Pella Windows and Doors of Wisconsin. Schedule your free in-home consultation today at PellaWI.com.
To those who've ever dreamt of their perfect event, those dreams are worthy and they are possible. Hi, it's Jeffrey from Celebrations Entertainment. With hard work, passion, and great music, we will make your event dreams a reality. Every event is a labor of love, with one-on-one planning, customization, and flawless execution. Bringing your event to life is what we do. For a fun, memorable event, visit celebrationsentertainment.com. That's celebrationsentertainment.com.
ESPN Madison and Zimbrick Honda are celebrating the area's best high school sports stories with the Game Changers of the Month. Follow ESPN Madison on social media to see the teams recognized for making a positive impact in the community. It's the Game Changers of the Month, presented by Zimbrick Honda.
Since 1956, Hallman Lindsay Paints has been making paint in Wisconsin for Wisconsin. Because of their commitment to making great paint for Wisconsinites, Hallman Lindsay has grown over the years to 27 locations in this great state. Headquarters in Sun Prairie with a state-of-the-art facility, Hallman Lindsay has the paints you need to make your job better. From do-it-yourself to professional, Hallman Lindsay has paint for everyone. Visit one of their local locations today in Madison, Sun Prairie, Middleton, and Janesville.
Mark Tauscher here for Chalmers Jewelers. I've been a big fan of Scott, Garrett, and the whole team at Chalmers Jewelers for years now. I go there, my friends go there, and most importantly, my wife loves it whenever I get her something from Chalmers Jewelers. It's my go-to spot for birthdays, anniversaries, and any special occasion. For quality jewelry and a great experience, choose Chalmers Jewelers, the place to go for that perfect gift. Stop at Chalmers Jewelers in Middleton and Madison.
Chalmers Jewelers in Middleton
And Madison.
We're on the Packers.
There's more question marks now.
Because we're on Wisconsin sports.
There's just more uncertainty with this group than there was even pre-Micah last year.
Nobody covers the green and gold like 100.5 ESPN.
Wilde and Tausch rolls on. I'm getting itchy. I can feel it. I can feel it in my skin. We haven't talked any Packers other than telling you how great Ryan was, which he was great. And by the way, if you have not listened, you can find that on the ESPN Wisconsin app. All kinds of great content there, podcasts. You don't have to watch us on YouTube. We love it when you do. But you can also download podcasts there. You can download them wherever you get your podcasts, Spotify, et cetera, et cetera. But he was terrific. Tausch, I did get a little blowback from a small group of Packers fans, but of course Bears fans, because of me doing a story on Channel 3000 about that play where Love throws the ball rolling to his left, back across the field for a touchdown to Jaden Reed. I thought I was measured in my praise of it. I was not palmy about it, but it was a wild throw. I was on the air with you when it happened. And then a few plays later, I was on the air with you when Javon Bullard made a phenomenal leaping interception on a throw intended for Christian Watson. I have to admit, I was a little annoyed because I thought I had put it in proper perspective. It was a great throw.
What did the headline say?
The headline on channel3000.com. Wow, that was cool. Why the Packers were that wasn't done yet.
It's a headline, Jason. You got to get me right away.
It's a quote. It's a quote.
No, I asked for the headline.
Yeah, the headline is what we were
looking for. Well, but it's a quote in the headline.
Well, headline's
thanks
too
for
long.
reading.
Yeah, make it shorter.
No, they want it to be 2 lines, and I got it within 2 lines, which isn't
you're,
always
you're,
easy
You're
for
your
me.
own editor, right? You don't have anyone fact checking you.
I have people that make suggestions.
But you run it.
That I like to follow.
You get to do
best
whatever
I
you
can.
want. Yeah, that's fair.
Wow, that was cool. Why the Packers were mum on an immaculate Jordan Love to Jaden Reed practice play.
Okay,
And
immaculate's pretty strong. Yeah, I'm kind of
the immaculate reception. That was like a reference.
Was
to,
the ball like ripped off? The ball hit what's the safety's back and it ricocheted and.
I don't believe. No, what's that one?
Josh Jacobs.
He did what?
Josh Jacobs scooped it off the turf, and we couldn't get a good camera angle to see if he scooped it.
No, that would be a good. That is the immaculate reception. Franco Harris.
Pretty palmy.
Yeah, but you didn't read the story.
No, I did not.
I would have appreciated the headline. Now that's a wow throw.
That would have been good because you fought the wow era for so long.
Yeah, would have been much. Yeah, I would have clicked.
How about you just in the off season? Let Jesse and I write a headline, and whatever we
you
put,
have to read the story.
I understand how
to
stories.
write the
I
headline.
read your stories.
You send Jesse the thing, and we get a week where the both of us get to coordinate, and then we put whatever headline we feel fits best for Channel 3000.
I saw Brian Burns over the weekend and his lovely wife Toya. I will run that up the flagpole and see.
Well, no, I'll ask Brian. Brian's going to give me the okay. I feel very confident about that.
And as a negotiation tactic, they can label our podcasts if they'd like.
That's
for
fair.
An entire
That is
week.
a very fair trade.
They
and
could
I'm
even,
certain,
if they want to upload the podcast, they could do that
I
too.
am certain that Burnsy is not going to want to do that. I feel very confident about that. And Jason, would you please invite Brian and his lovely wife up for any festivities that we're going to have because he's feeling a little neglected. That's my other side note.
For our 10th anniversary?
Yes. Yep. Yeah,
we literally mentioned him in our meeting that he would definitely be invited. Did we not pass that along to him?
I don't know. I'm just telling you.
Okay.
I'm just telling you. So I think that's a fair trade. Jesse and I want.
I don't think they want to do the work for us. I think they would be probably willing to let you.
No, that's what I just literally
like
I just said. That. Yeah, we want to write your headlines because that headline was way too long.
Yeah,
and
we want a great headline.
Jesse's headline was much
well,
better.
I would have clicked. Cousins.
I would have clicked.
No, you wouldn't have.
No,
Because you never went either. You didn't
but
matter.
I maybe
you
would
never
have.
go there.
I maybe would have because we went.
You don't have to pay for it.
How many years did we go through and talk about Jordan Love? You know, how many wow throws and what? Because
I saved that line for the program, our show. You get mad when I use my best stuff elsewhere. I used it here.
I just like it when you bring stuff.
I'm not kidding. I think Cheesehead TV clipped when you said he hasn't had any wow throws a couple of years ago. That went crazy in that training camp.
Yeah, and there was obviously
wrong.
that stretch, and I think obviously Jordan Love has gotten better and he's done it. So it's a big play in a mini camp and an OTA that nothing happens at, and they're at least doing stuff.
Yeah,
I think that part of it's fine. Too. Immaculate seems strong though.
It's immaculately executed. It was really good. That was one of the few things that did happen that were significant in training camp. We also want to get to Micah Parsons was in the greater Madison Metroplex over the weekend for a youth football camp. We'll hear about him coming up, and then we will coming up.
I gotta admit, I got duped. I saw that pop up on, I don't know if it was Twitter or Instagram or something, and I thought, boy, that would be really cool. And then I think, there's no way he's coming and doing a camp. He blew his knee out.
No, it really happened.
And I legit thought it was
AI.
No, I don't know what. I just couldn't put two and two together that it was actually going to happen, and then I saw the clips afterwards that it actually ended up, because I think we had some of our teammates went out there, and I think Jada and some of the team went out and created some content, if I believe.
Mm-hmm.
That's some hard-hitting content we'll get to coming up from that. Yeah.
Well, we can't get to that right away. We'll have to tease that because I stopped at a Sendix on my way to Milwaukee yesterday. And we're going to do one of our new favorite 10th anniversary celebratory segments. Name that year. We will do that coming up after I tell you about Potawatomi Hotel Casino Hotel. They are the best. They've got the biggest rooms. You can feel like you've escaped, and all you got to do is escape to Milwaukee. 500 beautifully designed rooms and luxury suites that are perfect for a weekend reset, a date night, or celebrating something big. And you're just steps away from all the cool stuff that's happening inside. And you know how much I love to eat there. I've been to the Dream Dance Steakhouse. It's phenomenal. I have been to Rock and Brews. It's fantastic. I've gotten a quick bite at the Marketplace. I've gotten coffee at Cream City Coffee Company. There's also the Canal Street Cafe and the place that I'm waiting to try, Ruyi Asian Kitchen. All of them are there, and they all have food and drink specials happening all the time. And if you're planning a wedding, a birthday, or an anniversary, their event spaces are built to make it unforgettable. Sophisticated relaxation, incredible flavor, and a full night out all in one place at Potawatomi Casino Hotel. More Wilde and Tausch straight ahead. Stick around.
This is Wilde and Tausch, driven by Zimbrick Chevrolet in Sun Prairie on 100.5 ESPN. See their full inventory at ZimbrickChevrolet.com.
Dealing with storm damage? That's never fun. That's why homeowners are turning to Everlight Solar for roofing and exterior repairs done right. They handle the entire process, from insurance claims to fixing your roof with one trusted team. Less stress, faster solutions, and a home that stays protected from the elements. If your roof took a hit, Everlight's got you covered. Visit EverlightRoofing.com to get started today. That's EverlightRoofing.com. Everlight, a proud partner of Wisconsin Athletics.
Mark Tauscher here, and you know I love a smart play from the pocket. That's why I joined UW Credit Union. With their mobile banking app, I can make smart plays from anywhere. And with rewards checking perks like early payday, I score my money sooner. Stop by any of their local branches or visit uwcu.org to join and make the smart play by becoming a UW Credit Union member like I did. Federally insured by NCUA. Terms and conditions apply.
Friday nights taste better at the Bridges. The Bridges Bar and Restaurant is back with a classic Friday fish fry, plus non-fish specials and prime rib. Great food, great drinks, and a perfect way to kick off the weekend. Fridays at the table and on the course at the Bridges Golf Course in Madison.
Prizes, flyaways, even cash money. You want it? We've got it. Find a list of all contests and official rules by visiting ESPNWisconsinContests.com.
That's ESPNWisconsinContests.com.
Listen to Madison Money Guy every Saturday morning at 7 a.m. on 100.5 ESPN and ESPNWisconsin.com.
I like to refer to inflation as the silent killer. It's an invisible risk. It's just the idea that things get more expensive over time. You're going to need milk and eggs when you're in your early 60s and when you're in your early 80s. You're going to get a loaf of bread, and it's going to be more expensive 20 years from now.
Christian Finfrock is the Madison Money Guy. Call him today at 208-1800.
The News 3 Now First Warn Weather Team is certified for delivering the most accurate forecast in the entire state of Wisconsin. Morning meteorologist Savannah Brito.
When you're making plans, the weather often has other plans.
Evening meteorologist Blaze Keller.
At home, at work, or on the go, when we know, you'll know.
Chief meteorologist Alex Harrington.
Our team has the experience you can count on and the accuracy you can trust.
News 3 Now First Warn Weather, keeping you ahead of the storms.
Madison School and Community Recreation's For Friends golf outing is on Wednesday, July 15th at the Oaks Golf Course. Hey, it's Jesse Nelson. Since 2003, the Friends of MSCR have raised over $690,000 to fund new programming, equipment, fee assistance, staff development, and more. You can support accessible recreation in Madison through sponsorship or by signing up for a foursome. Head to birdease.com/MSCR for more information and to register. That's birdease.com/MSCR.
Imagine the peace of mind knowing your home or business is safe 24/7. I'm Jeffrey Beckman, president of J&K Security Solutions, and we provide security you can trust. Serving Madison and southern Wisconsin, J&K Security Solutions offers state-of-the-art home and business security systems tailored to your needs. From video surveillance to home and business automation, to find out how J&K Security can help secure what matters most in your life, visit jksecurity.com.
Experience the future of recovery at Carbon World Health. They've brought Escape Robotic Massage to Madison, the world's first AI-powered, fully automated therapeutic massage that's customized to your body every time. Using advanced body scanning, Escape maps your muscles and delivers precision-calibrated pressure to release tension, reduce inflammation, and accelerate recovery. Book your Escape session at Carbon World Health and feel what the future of wellness really feels like. Carbon World Health, your body optimized.
This is our crew.
Adding a guy like Scuba would certainly make you a better team. I do think that would make them a World Series contender because I think they are right now.
You're listening to Madison's home of the Brewers, 100.5 ESPN.
We'll get to what Micah Parsons had to say coming up in a little while. But first, it is time. This has been so fun, even though we kind of stink at it.
Not been our best, no. That's, I think, very fair.
It's almost as bad as Where's Wilde? But it's an awesome concept with an awesome partner. Time now, as we continue our 10th anniversary celebration season, to name that year, served up by Sendix.
It's not a question of who.
Wilde and Tausch is my favorite show. This called Wilde too.
Or what.
If you want to do this, it's great, but you're not getting any younger.
The question is, when?
Do I want Justin Fields to be replaced right now? I'm not sure. I could still probably develop him.
Wilde and Tausch's 10th anniversary is presented by Steinhoffels, and it's time to play Name That Year, served up by Sendix Food Markets.
Those guys have been around here a long time.
Sendix, celebrating 10 years of Wilde and Tausch and 100 years as your trusted local grocer since 1926.
Following up on the legendary prediction from Jeff Passan that we revealed on Friday.
Was that Luke Fickell talking about how long Sendix has been around, how long we've been around? What was he talking about there?
It might have been everything, really.
These guys have been around a long time.
Been a lot of content on this show over 10 years, and that's what we dive into in Name That Year, served up by Sendix. I'm going to play you a clip, and you're going to try and remember which year that was said on Wilde and Tausch. And in honor of the legendary prediction that Jeff Passan made, we're going to play some other predictions that were made on Wilde and Tausch.
Not as legendary, do I take it?
You guys can be the judge of how those predictions went. Here is clip number 1, courtesy of Mark Tauscher.
I want Dollar Dame. I want to get Dame Lillard here. That
Dame
can solve a lot of these
what are you giving
droughts.
up? What are you giving up to get him?
I'm giving up Chris Middleton and or Drew Holiday and some picks. I want Dollar Dame to come here. That's who I want. He wants out of Portland. Portland's rebuilding. I think that's the splash move that we make. I want Dollar Dame in Milwaukee with Giannis. That stuff at the end of games, that ain't happening with Dollar Dame. Hey, Dame time. It's Dame time in Milwaukee. That's what I want. I don't know how you're going to figure it all out, but that's what I want.
Oh, they figured it out, old boy.
They sure did. What year did you guess that would happen, Tausch?
I feel like that was the August, September of 20. When did we lose to the Heat in the hot potato game? Was that 22?
So they I remember this pretty clearly. This is one of the few I feel confident in. That was in the 2022 playoffs, and they acquired him in
fall of 22,
September of 23. Right? So it's 22-23, or was it the 22 playoffs and it took it a whole nother year for them to make the trade?
No, I'm going to say it was fall of 22, because if the Heat loss was 22, that's when I believe, because
it was a year later they made the trade. I know the trade was September of 23.
No, you get beat in April of 22, and then it was September of 22 is when they made the trade. I'm going to say 22, even though I think it might be 23.
All I know is how good of a call it was. I mean, it turned out not to be a good trade, but it was a good call. But I can't remember how long the lag time was between Tausch tapping his watch on camera and then the trade occurring. I'm going to say it's spring of 23 where he says it, and the trade happens in September.
It's one of those
Tausch
two.
Might be right.
It's
it
one
may
of
have
those
been
two.
more lag time
right.
than I'm thinking.
So the
Jesse,
trade...
who's right?
The trade was made in September of 2023.
Yes, I knew that.
Then I'm wrong.
Tausch made this prediction the morning after the hot potato loss in Game 5 to the Miami Heat at Fiserv Forum, eliminating the Bucks on April 27th of 2023.
Okay, all right.
5 months before the Damian Lillard trade. But doesn't a lot of that in Bucks lore feel like an eternity ago?
It does.
Long time ago.
It's been stretched out as long as his contract.
So Dame only played 2 years with us, right?
Correct.
And he got a
He
super
ruptured
max.
his Achilles in the
and-
second one.
Yeah. Yeah, it didn't
It's
work.
such a great idea.
It didn't work. I don't know if it would have worked if he stayed healthy.
I don't think it would have.
But I think it was it was one of those cases where I think it was the right move. The result just didn't coordinate with it. So that happens. Big swing.
Swing and a miss.
That's what's so frustrating, I think, for me, and I can't speak for all Milwaukee Bucks fans, and the fact that, John Horst has done everything he possibly could to make a team and to try and help Giannis win. And I don't know if the last couple of years, all of that, I feel like that all got, because of some bad luck, I think that gets put to the side.
I mean, you can hear how excited you were about getting Damian Lillard 5 months before they did.
It was the right fit. He mortgaged the future. Everything Packer fans always want. And unfortunately, when it doesn't work, at least we have a championship that we had throughout the John Horst era. But let's just be honest, too. If you run it back for everybody saying, oh, Holiday would have won it, and Holiday and Middleton. No, that era was dead. That needed to happen. Something. It didn't need to be Dame. It needed something new needed to happen. And unfortunately, it did, and it didn't work. And now we're paying a ton of money. We don't have any picks. And now our centerpiece that we spent 10 years doing everything for doesn't want to be here anymore. That's where we're at.
Name That Year is served up by Sendix. Jason, I don't remember the last time he made a prediction on this show, but he did at one point.
No, he didn't do predictions.
That didn't seem necessary.
You've said you're not in the prediction business. Yeah, you're not in the prediction business.
I know, but the way you said that wasn't like an acknowledgement that that's not what I do. It was more of a shot. Just own it. That's
I don't remember the last time you made a prediction on
and
this
that's
show.
not the tone you used. But go ahead, please. Continue.
There is evidence that you made a prediction, and you may have retired shortly after making this one. Let's hear what this prediction was.
No, it was that WBAY game that one person said something to Jason. He shut it down. That's what happened. That was a Falcon game. I don't know why I remember that.
There was a Falcons
It was
prediction,
a Falcon game, and Jason made a prediction, and I don't know what set him off, but that really irritated you. So I'm curious what this prediction is.
Here's the clip. Guess what year this occurred?
Is it possible that they have much higher expectations than we have for Sammy Watkins? I think that's the guy that LaFleur and Rodgers and Goody have high expectations for, that he's going to come in, he's played in this league a long time, he's got talent, and that with Aaron Rodgers and with Matt LaFleur's scheme, they're going to make him more productive than he's been at any point in his career other than his 1,000-yard season in Buffalo.
So you think that Sammy Watkins is going to have more production than Christian Watson? That's what you think.
I do.
I'm starting to understand why Jason doesn't want to make predictions. That's a bad prediction.
That was a bad one.
Yeah. Bold,
Context
though.
matters. Context matters.
What was the context?
I thought we had pretty clear context there.
No, not of the clip.
Oh.
Of what that season ended up being. I know which season that was.
Well, Tausch, you guess first then, if Jason knows it so well. What year was it?
22?
Yeah.
22 is correct.
When Alan Lazard ended up being their number one receiver.
Sammy Watkins should have been the number one wide
So
receiver
the idea
that year.
that Sammy Watkins might have been an alternative is a reasonable one, given how crappy they were and how poorly stocked the wide receiver position
with all
was.
that said, why did Sammy Watkins fail so miserably here?
It's a great question. He stunk. He wasn't very good.
No, well, what's the answer? Is it
he's hurt all the time?
Okay.
He was what you tell us all the time, that potential gets you fired. And he was all potential. He had one 1,000-yard season, which, look, is more than any of the Packers wide receivers right now that we're all so high on. None of them has had a 1,000-yard season. You know, Romeo Doubs never had a 100-yard regular season game, much less a 1,000-yard season.
Who's most likely to have a 1,000-yard receiving season for the Packers next year? You got Kraft, Watson, Golden,
Kraft,
Reed.
Kraft 1, Watson 2. I don't know what to expect from Golden.
I think Golden is right up there.
If Golden has a 1,000-yard receiving season, this team is going to be a rocket ship.
That's the hope.
For those of you who are curious, I doubt many of you are.
What's Sammy Watkins up to?
Sammy Watkins in 2022, did they release him or trade him?
I think he got cut, if I remember right, yeah.
He played in...
Wish you pulled my prediction up on Sammy Watkins that year, because I pretty much nailed that one. You don't bring in older guys that just haven't performed.
Like, he was 29 years old at the time.
It just was not.
He played in 9 games with the G&G. He started 3 of them. He was targeted 22 times. He caught 13 passes for 206 yards.
Yeah.
He went to Baltimore. He had 3 catches for 119 yards in 3 games. So that was the Sammy Watkins era. Again,
Baltimore's kind of becoming the Vikings a little bit. Packers that just not, it's not working out. Let's grab them. Let's see how it goes. Jair. I'm not going to be able to name a bunch of other guys, but
Odell Beckham. One more clip for Name That Year, served up by Sendix. This is a tough one for you, Tausch. What year did you say?
Where is Cabo Verde?
No. I don't know. Listen to this clip.
But is that a team, Cabo Verde?
Yes, that's a World Cup team. Yeah.
Do we know where that's located?
Listen to this clip.
Is it by Cabo San Lucas?
I don't know. Listen to this clip. When did you say this?
Yeah, I'll say this. I don't know if I felt better about a Badger basketball team than since the Frank Kaminsky. Sam
boy,
Decker.
I say
That's how
this
good
every
I feel
year.
about this team. As a matter of fact, I started looking and thinking, and I don't want to get out in front of my skis. This is a Final Four team.
Oh boy!
And if they get the right matchups, they're built for it. They are built for it.
What year was that, Tausch?
Well, I didn't say Milwaukee. I didn't say this year. 3 years ago is what I'm going to say it.
All right, so what is that?
I'm not going to get into that.
You have to
I
pick
struggle
a
with
year.
that part of it. 3 years ago is what I'm going to say. 2023. But then I'm wondering, was it the winter of 24? Like, it could have been like February of 24. John Tajay's year is when I said it. Is that the same year we won that Fort Myers Classic? That beautiful, what a beautiful tournament that was. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Yeah, look at that. What a crew.
So
That's my crew.
Tajay's... All right, so...
I'm saying
feel like
3
he
years
says
ago,
this-
3 seasons ago, whatever that
2023
lays.
is
There we
your
go.
guess. Okay. Jason?
So it wasn't the BYU year, which was last year, right?
No, the
That
BYU year was...
It was 3 years ago is when I think because I've said this, I think 3 out of 4
Right, the
years.
BYU year was 25. The
You guys
Badgers
shamed
obviously
me,
made
and
the
then
tournament
Gardo
this
didn't
year,
let
26.
The James Madison year was 24. The BYU year was 25. The High Point year was 26.
I'm going to go...
Low point,
all right,
am I
since
right?
Tausch said 23, I'm going to say 24.
One of you is right. Tausch said that on Groundhog Day, February 2nd, 2024, which was the year that the Badgers did not play in Milwaukee and instead went to Denver. And
so that was 3 years ago.
I was wherever it was and lost to BYU.
So I was off by 2 months. It was 3 years ago. So
it was 24. Whatever.
I
understand,
math, but math in college basketball is different because the season's split. So that's why it's kind of an unfair deal. But it is what it is. What do you mean? What?
You tell yourself that.
No. What? What?
Math in college basketball is different.
The seasons are different. Like, you can't say the 2023 season. It's the 2023-24 season.
You said it in 2024, and then they lost the month. They lost a lot of games the rest of the way after you said that.
Was that Tanjay's year?
It was Tanjay's year.
That's what I said, Tanjay's year.
Had a tough run. They got
the Milwaukee year was 2 years ago. Last year, I didn't say anything, so it was 3 seasons ago, which would fit right with what I said. But I'm not right because it's split in the year. That's what happened. That's literally what I just said. I'm not mad at you guys for it. It's the reality of math and years and calendars. Like, it's tricky.
We're getting better at Name That Year, served up by Sendix, I will admit.
Some of us
We're getting
Well,
better.
and I'll tell you what, I'm fired up too. That segment was brought to you by Sendix, your trusted local grocer, for the past 100 years. And Father's Day is coming. Don't wait. This week is the last week to order during Sendix Crab Fest. Reserve Dad's favorites now at Sendix.com by clicking the Crab Fest pre-order tab. Jumbo, Southern, Red, King, crab legs, $44.99 per pound. Snap and eat crab claws, $7.99 a pound. And premium wild caught Caribbean lobster tails, just $19.99 a pound. Limited time at the Crab Fest specials. They're going to end up. So order today at Sendix.com and make Father's Day easy with Sendix, your trusted local grocer.
So I'm getting cut fruit yesterday at the Sendix in Mequon on my drive down, and there's somebody restocking them, and she says, here, have this one. This one's fresher. Well, they're all fresh. They're all so good, but that's the kind of customer service they have. Just such a great experience. Believe it or not, it's 11:04. We still have one more segment left in the 10 o'clock hour.
How the heck did that happen?
Not sure.
Too much soccer talk. I
don't
definitely
blame-
know
I'm
that.
not- maybe
I
those,
saw
all
some
those
clips.
GMA press releases.
I
that
saw
threw
some
me off.
clips on the old YouTube deal here Jesse put up, and let's say that was not I don't feel like people were that excited about my soccer take is how I
don't think they're coming to you for soccer
And I don't blame them. You asked me.
Well, you
I didn't bring it up.
specifically
Y'all asked me.
No,
you did.
No.
You said, did you watch?
No one. No.
You think I would have brought up soccer on my own? I wouldn't
Right,
have.
but
You brought up
didn't-
Cabo
instead of-
Verde all on your
Well,
own.
that's because you put it
Instead-
on the screen, and I asked literally where it was. I didn't. I'm not breaking down Cabo Verde's coach. Where is Cabo Verde? Is it green? Verde's green.
Yeah.
Good salsa too.
Yeah. But when we.
No, Verde.
But
Salsa.
you could have just stopped at no,
T-shirt.
I didn't watch, and instead you basically said that if we don't make the knockout round, we should get rid of soccer in this country.
I listened to a podcast that brought up a take that I thought was interesting. That's what I said. I didn't say I would do it. I said I agree with this part of it. They went
then
further.
you would do it.
They went further than I would go. And I thought it was interesting.
We'll go further into the 10 o'clock hour at 11:05. Stick around.
We're on the Packers.
You can't sit here and tell me that you're comfortable with the idea of the Green Bay Packers playing 8 games without Mike Parsons.
Because we're on Wisconsin sports.
That's very uncomfortable. That's extremely uncomfortable.
Nobody covers the green and gold like 100.5 ESPN.
Mark Tauscher here for Zimbrick Chevrolet in Sun Prairie, the name you can trust. Well, happy birthday, Zimbrick Chevrolet. That's right. Zimbrick Chevrolet is celebrating 61 years in business. Celebrate with special savings now through July 6th, including receiving a $150 gas card with any new or used vehicle purchase and an additional $500 on your trade. Plus, you might have some big travel plans coming up this summer. And as always, stop to see the service team at Zimbrick Chevy before you go on a big summer road trip so you can enjoy your time on the road and not worry about the inner workings of your vehicle. Voting is on now for the Best of Madison 2026. Vote for Zimbrick in the home and auto category at madisonmagazine.com/BOM. Zimbrick Chevrolet in Sun Prairie, the name you can trust.
You, rah, rah. Pella Windows and Doors of Wisconsin present your Badger Minute.
This Badger Minute brought to you by Steinhoffels. Shop Beauty Rest mattresses and get a free foundation or $500 off King adjustable base sets, plus a $20 gas card when you test rest a Beauty Rest Black. With this Badger Minute, I'm Jesse Nelson. ESPN college football writer Adam Rittenberg recently shared his college football future power rankings through 2027. Rittenberg ranks every Power 4 conference team and Notre Dame based on their outlook for the next 2 years. Criteria for the rankings includes a team's quarterback situation, coaching staff, and roster management. Out of 68 teams ranked, the Wisconsin Badgers check in at number 55. You can find the full rankings and commentary on the Badgers from Rittenberg at ESPN.com.
Pella Windows and Doors of Wisconsin doesn't play games, just straightforward pricing, premium quality, and trusted Pella certified installation. Visit PellaWI.com today.
Hey, sports fans, the ESPN app has all of ESPN all in one place. The ESPN app is your home to thousands of live events, ESPN shows, and originals across every ESPN network and service. And now you can check if you already have ESPN Unlimited as part of your TV package for no additional cost. Visit activate.espn.com to learn how to access your account or sign up, then start streaming in the ESPN app. It's all of ESPN all in one place. Sign up or activate now.
Prizes, flyaways, even cash money. You want it? We've got it. Find a list of all contests and official rules by visiting ESPNWisconsinContests.com. That's ESPNWisconsinContests.com.
I'm John Hayes, owner of Goodman's Jewelers. We've been at the heart of many magical moments, from engagements to weddings to sweet 16s. It warms my heart to be a part of these moments for 40 years with people I consider family. With the highest standards and an eye for classic beauty, enjoy a warm boutique setting at Goodman's Jewelers, where integrity shines in every gem. At 220 State Street, Goodman's Jewelers, the Diamond Store in Madison, since 1933.
The best is at Goodman's.
At J&K Security Solutions, protecting your home or business is more than just a priority. It's what we do. I'm President Jeffrey Beckman. Since 1987, J&K Security Solutions has been committed to providing Madison and southern Wisconsin with dependable security solutions. Whether it's security, fire, or the latest automation solutions, go to jksecurity.com to see how J&K can help keep your home or business secure. Get protected now at jksecurity.com.
This is Aaron Brown, owner of Siding Unlimited, letting you know that Siding Unlimited installs Pella windows and doors. That's right, Siding Unlimited installs windows, and we do it really well, earning the prestigious Pella Platinum Premier National Certified Contractor of the Year award 5 times. New windows, our expert team will deliver on a smooth, hassle-free installation, making you feel proud of calling Siding Unlimited for your window project. What's the next step? Call 608-220-0005 or go to sidingunlimited.com.
We've never seen anyone like The Miz.
Swing and a miss! He struck him out! A complete game shutout from Jacob Mizorowski.
This is 100.5 ESPN, Madison's home of the Brewers.
Before we get to the 11 o'clock hour, we have some breaking news about social media from our YouTube chats. Am I correctly depicting the sourcing?
YouTube is breaking news on our socials?
Well, I saw this first. I was tipped to the information.
Tiago Splitter is the coach of the Bulls? Is that what it is? I just saw that.
I did see that as well, but no, that was not broken in our news.
That's a fun name.
Thanks to Aaron and Madison in the ESPN Madison YouTube comments pointing out that Jaylen Brown of the Boston Celtics has removed anything Boston Celtics related from his social media. So we're getting into the silly season where people do this, and then sometimes they end up going right back to that team, and sometimes they don't. But for the Giannis conversation, and we brought up Jaylen Brown quite a bit, talking about it a little earlier in the show, that is a development worth note as Giannis watch continues this week.
Meanwhile, Jason.
You understand how just absolutely childish that all is? I understand it completely, but it's just so... You're talking about a 30-year-old multi-millionaire, and I completely get it, but I think it's absurd. Does that make sense?
Yeah. When you get divorced, do you remove all the pictures of you and your ex-husband or ex-wife on, like, Facebook?
A lot of people do.
I'm guessing so, right? I mean, that's kind of what this is. It's a divorce. Jason in the YouTube comments says De'Aaron Fox did the same thing with the Spurs.
Well, the Spurs
suggest that the Spurs did it. Come on. Come on. You can have me all the time when I step on your jokes. I was setting that up.
All right. Good one. For some reason, the TVs are on in here, and De'Aaron Fox is playing for the Kings. Kings ended up firing Mike Brown because of De'Aaron Fox. And now Fox ends up helping Mike Brown win a championship and be completely
he did.
bronzed in New York lore, which is pretty good.
It's nice of him to do. If only he played for the Knicks and helped him win a title. We will continue to monitor who removes what from which social media platform.
Do I sound better double styrofoamed up?
No.
Does this sound better or not really?
And you look kind of ridiculous.
It does look ridiculous. You look like a clown a little bit.
How about like this? Is
No, that's just stupid.
Okay. But this goes double because this is supposed to stop the reverberations with the bees.
I don't think you know how that works. When you come in the studio, you talk with a lower FM radio voice than you do when you're at home.
You think that's right?
A lot of your analysis
Clearwater
today.
Revival.
Your analysis today has been down
I
this
was taking a lot of shrapnel with that soccer take, so I just wanted to
You deserved it, and then you tried to pawn it off on those guys.
I didn't pawn it. Listen to what I said in the beginning. That was the genesis of the conversation.
Right, but you not only agreed with it, you embraced it. You leaned into it.
I embraced it, but I also restricted. There's something different about an embrace restrict. I did an embrace restrict.
Well, we embrace our partnership with American Family Insurance. That I can tell you for certain.
And American Family Insurance has been a proud partner of Wilde and Tausch from the jump since 1927. They've been committed to making life better, and I can appreciate that. In football, you build something that lasts by protecting what matters most. It's no different at home. With the right home and auto coverage from American Family Insurance, you've got protection you can count on, so you're free to focus on your family and the dreams you're chasing. Insure carefully and dream fearlessly with American Family Insurance.
Nailed that.
Thanks. Well, I had double mic. The old double mic deal going.
The 11 o'clock hour of Wilde and Tausch starts. At some point, we'll let you know.
Don't go anywhere. Another hour of Wilde and Tausch, presented by Pella Windows and Doors of Wisconsin, is coming up next on ESPN Wisconsin and the ESPN Wisconsin app.
Mark Tauscher here for Buckin' Honeys. Summer in Wisconsin is too good to spend indoors. And whether you're meeting the crew after work, grabbing dinner before the game, or just looking for a great patio spot, Buckin' Honeys has you covered. Their spacious patios are the perfect place to enjoy award-winning dishes, craft cocktails, and an easygoing atmosphere. Visit their locations in Sun Prairie, Monona, Waunakee, or Mount Horeb. Grab your people, find a spot on the patio, and make the most of summer at Buckin' Honeys. We'll see you there.
This is Wisconsin Volleyball National Champion Devin Robinson. You're listening to 100.5 ESPN, WTLX, Monona, Madison, a Good Karma Brands radio station.
Broadcasting live from the Everlight Solar Studio, this is your Metro Kia of Madison Sports Center.
Good morning, Madison and streamers everywhere. I'm Jesse Nelson. Sports Center brought to you by the ESPN Wisconsin app. Live streaming of your favorite ESPN Wisconsin shows. Easy access to ESPN Madison on YouTube. And daily podcasts so you don't ever miss a second. Your state, your teams, your ESPN. Download the ESPN Wisconsin app today. You'll want to stay tuned on the ESPN Wisconsin app as Giannis Watch 2026 is in full swing. The NBA Finals wrap up Saturday night. The New York Knicks are your NBA champions. And now who's going to add Giannis, if anybody, this offseason? The draft is next week. ESPN NBA insider Brian Windhorst appearing this morning on Get Up on ESPN with the latest.
I would be remiss if I didn't point out that he still could commit to re-signing with the Bucks, but talks have intensified over the last 7 to 10 days. Look, he has focused on wanting to be a member of the Miami Heat. And because he's only got 1 year on his contract, he has some control over that.
Miami Heat, the clubhouse leader, according to Brian Windhorst. The Boston Celtics, Windy goes on to say, are also in the mix. Jaylen Brown of the Celtics has deleted any connections to the Celtics from his social media platforms in the last hour. Stay tuned, 100.5 ESPN.
Metro Kia of Madison, Madison's trusted Kia dealer. Stop into Metro Kia on the east side of Madison or metrokiaofmadison.com. Three-time Wisconsin Sports Writer of the Year, Jason Wilde.
Joining us now is the Green Bay Packers' new head coach, Matt LaFleur on Wilde and Tausch.
Packers Hall of Famer Mark Tauscher.
Matt LaFleur, Matt Nagy, and Matt Patricia. Who is the most famous non-NFC North head coach not named Matt? No, I'm sorry.
Broadcasting live from the Everlight Solar Studio at ESPN Madison.
Who is the most famous non-NFC North head coach named Matt? Matt Damon, Matt Ryan, somebody else.
And celebrating 10 great years on ESPN Wisconsin.
Can you repeat that question?
Sorry.
This is Wilde and Tausch, presented by Pella Windows and Doors of Wisconsin.
Much delayed 11 o'clock hour of Wilde and Tausch. Speaking of delayed, we will get to Micah Parsons' football camp in the greater Madison Metroplex from over the weekend momentarily. But first, I do have one question, and we'll take a break and get back on the clock, sort of. How does this stuff come to light? Like, who's monitoring people's social media accounts to be able to see that things have been removed? Like, kudos to them. Thank you for your service that we now know about this. But, like, are you, like, checking it every day? Like, how do you stay on top of like, does somebody go and every day check Giannis's social media to see if any Bucks references have been scrubbed?
Did you do that with Rodgers?
No.
You were
I should have, apparently.
You were on top of pretty much everything, though. Like, somebody alerted. If somebody didn't do it, you knew it within 3 seconds of it.
I guess. I mean, he wasn't really...
It's kind of these guys' jobs to do this. If you're working for the Spurs beat, I think that's what you do. And there's only 15 guys that you have to monitor, so I think that's just kind of how it goes.
Yeah, that's fair.
I mean, you're following right now, I would guess you're following Jordan Love and Micah and Josh Jacobs and all of the pertinent...
Should I be following Terrence Parsons, would you say?
Absolutely.
Do I need to have alerts set for when he tweets?
I don't know how you even do all that, but Terrence Parsons is super interesting to
me.
He
shares a lot of content from our show. He's
I think he's a
big fan.
I actually am thinking he might be a good correspondent. I think he could be fun. I think we should have Terrence Parsons on. I think it'd be fun.
We can call so we've got so let me just recap. So we got Jeff Passan.
Want him to break down World Cup?
No. Well, we can have Big Cat do that apparently.
Cabo Verde hanging around.
We've got.
Did we find out where that is yet or not? You know, I love geography.
So, is your curiosity ever enough to get you to look that up, or no?
No.
Okay. So, we've got our Bucks buddy Justin Garcia. We've got our Brewers buddy Dom Catronio. Jesse, this is how we lose viewers on YouTube.
He wishes and I command, or however that works.
For those of you listening on the audible version of this program and not the video version, Jesse continues to post this AI-generated him as the genie, and it is nightmare fuel for everyone else.
Africa. Cabo Verde.
Is that right?
Yeah.
Interesting.
In the central Atlantic Ocean, 350 miles off the west coast of mainland Africa.
Sounds lovely. Might be a spot to put on the old list.
Just because there's Cabo in it, or because you like Verde salsa?
Could be a Greenland, Iceland kind of situation.
Well, if it's in the middle of the ocean, it's got to be an island, right?
Yeah, I'm
or
saying
a
like
peninsula.
they could name it Cabo Verde. It's like, wow, that sounds great.
Yeah,
And then we
that
go
could
there
be
and
true.
it's not so nice. Like Greenland is not good and Iceland is very good.
Depends who you ask. A lot of people want Greenland.
Okay.
Whoa, Nelly!
You brought
A lot
it
of
up.
people-
I didn't. I didn't bring any of that.
I'm getting
up, just
tired
so
of
you
that
know.
act.
Well, it's the truth.
Go ahead. Tausch, I'm going to bring up Pella Windows and Doors of Wisconsin so you can tell us about them again.
Are you? Oh, okay. Good.
I am.
I'm always looking forward to talking about Pella Windows and Doors of Wisconsin and shopping for new windows and doors. It should never include haggling. Pella sticks to straightforward pricing, honest conversation, and helping homeowners find the right fit for their home. They're not going to use those high-pressure sales tactics. And when you buy direct through Pella Windows and Doors of Wisconsin, the same team manufactures your windows and doors. They also sell them, install them, and service them. Real pricing, premium quality, without the games. Schedule your free in-home consultation today at PellaWI.com.
We will hear from Micah Parsons. Jesse, on a scale of 1 to 10, the level of football insight that we will get from this clip will be?
Stick around and find out.
That's a low one. It's Wilde and Tausch.
This is Wilde and Tausch, presented by Pella Windows and Doors of Wisconsin. Call today, 855-PELLA-WI, and online at PellaWI.com/radio.
It's well known that the boss at the exteriors company is a perfectionist.
It's a gift.
He not only oversees every job, he inspects each aspect of the operation to get to the root of what your project will actually need to be long-lasting.
Call 960-ROOF.
Oh, he's proud of all the reviews.
What can I say? Take a look.
The Exteriors Company, built for Wisconsin, backed by expertise.
All day, every day, the Carbless Talk and Text line is open for you. 844-770-3776. The Carbless Talk and Text line. This is more.
Hey parents, looking for the perfect night out with the whole fam? Try the Rally Madison FC Family Special, presented by Madison Gas and Electric. Score a ticket to the match, a meal, and an RMFC scarf for just $18 per pack. Be a part of history and support women's soccer during Rally Madison's inaugural season at Breeze Stevens Field. Visit RallyMadisonFC.com and purchase your family special ticket packs today. That's RallyMadisonFC.com. Rally Madison, fun for all.
Well, my friends, it's June. Summer is here, and Zimbrick European is celebrating its 61st birthday. If you're even thinking about getting a new or used luxury vehicle, now is the time to buy at Zimbrick European. Mercedes-Benz, Audi, Porsche, the selection of European vehicles is unmatched. And my friends over at Zimbrick European are ready to help you find your new ride. I know you'll get not only an amazing vehicle, but an outstanding delivery experience, including a big red bow. Stop by Zimbrick European off the Beltline at Rimrock Road.
Hello, I'm John Hayes, the owner of Goodman's Jewelers. It's been my pleasure to serve this community from this incredible store for over 4 decades. We stand upon high standards and classic traditions, pillars like honesty and integrity. Stop into Goodman's Jewelers, the longest-standing full-service jewelry store in the heart of Madison at 220 State Street. Goodman's Jewelers, the diamond store of Madison since 1933.
The best is at Goodman's.
Life's better with Drive My Way from American Family Insurance, because we know it's more than just a car. It's your escape pod, your adventure mobile, your memory maker. And we help protect the dreams that drive you. Personalize what you pay for auto insurance and you could save between 10 and 35%. American Family Insurance. Get a quote and find an agent at amfam.com.
Products, pricing, and availability vary based on the way you purchase insurance and by state. Unsafe driving behaviors may increase your rate. American Family Mutual Insurance Company, SI, and its operating companies, 6000 American Parkway, Madison, Wisconsin.
Looking to buy your next home or ready to sell and move on to bigger and better things? What's up, Madison? It's Stacy from Bruner Realty. Spring into action this season and let's get housed. Nobody knows what the future holds. The longer you wait to find your next home, the better chance you'll be paying more for it than you would be today. Don't miss out on what could be the best opportunity to find your dream home. Contact our team at BrunerRealtyInc.com to get started. That's BrunerRealtyInc.com. Let's get housed.
Every kid deserves a chance to have fun, and that's what Paul's Party is all about. Paul's Party is a Madison area nonprofit helping kids with physical disabilities experience the joy of sports. They fund expensive recreational equipment and activities like sled hockey gear, chairs for track, tennis and basketball, and much more, so more kids can enjoy the fun. Because at Paul's Party, sports are for everyone. Learn more or make a donation today at paulsparty.org. That's paulsparty.org.
When you've been injured, you need a winning team on your side. Gruber Law Offices will fight for the results you deserve. Call Gruber Law Offices today, a proud partner of your Milwaukee Brewers. One call, that's all.
Wilde and Tausch on 100.5 ESPN is brought to you by Everlight Solar. Save money, save the planet. Everlight Solar.
The moment we have all been waiting for. Micah Parsons hosting a youth football camp in Monona. And there he spoke about a myriad of topics, including the upcoming Packers season. Jesse? Roll the tape of the insights of Micah Parsons.
Yeah, I think every year is the year, but, we just got to stay healthy and play a complete, 17 games and play the best in the playoffs.
It's a pretty good point by Micah. I would agree with him.
Got to stay healthy.
Although he has no chance to play 17 games.
We got to play all 17 games. They do. I think, God willing, if the creek don't rise, all 17 games on the schedule will be played.
Being the best in the playoffs usually helps.
That's where it's at, yeah. Did he talk about other things with Jada and the crew?
He talked about, being in the community and how cool he was in Dallas. He was involved in a lot in the community, and so around Wisconsin he wants to be involved.
Sure.
His dog named Uno kind of stole
his dog's very
cute
popular.
dog, kind of looked like my dog. Pretty good-looking dog. A lot of kids out in Monona having fun at Micah Parsons' youth camp on Saturday.
How is he moving around, though? Is he moving around good? Is he doing a bunch of drills?
I hadn't heard. I wasn't there.
Okay.
He pitched in the softball game they played. He also walked someone with the bases loaded and then gave up intentionally walked someone with the bases loaded, and then the next hitter hit a grand slam, which was a bold strategy.
No, that's respect.
I don't know if Barry Bonds was playing in the game or what prompted
So Maddie
that,
Hayes was there, and she just texted me, moving good. So Maddie Hayes' scouting report is that Micah moving around pretty good down in Monona, which is good.
Great to hear. Again, Terrence Parsons, the aforementioned future Wilde and Tausch correspondent, Terrence Parsons. I don't know what his negotiating position will be for a role such as that, but he kind of created a little bit of a buzz last week, suggesting that maybe the Bears game and the Cowboys game his brother won't be playing in. Now, again, at no point did his brother say for certain that he would be playing in those games. He was cautious about painting himself into any sort of corner about when he might play, other than we have a 9-month rule. No football activities until you've 9 months removed from the surgery. That date of the 9-month rule expiration.
No, he said play in a game, right? He didn't say practice.
No, he did not.
What did he
not
say?
Clarify that. No.
Well, what was the clarification?
He said no football activities.
Well, he just was at a football activity. He was just at camp.
Okay. He didn't run the drills, though, right?
No, I think he was running the drills.
No, he didn't do the drills.
Maddie said he was moving good.
Maddie Hayes just texted us and said that he was moving good. What do you mean no football
Move this
drills?
thing along a little bit,
He's
Micah.
doing football drills at a camp. That's why
He's
I
not
asked.
doing them.
You don't know that. You weren't there. Maddie was.
Maddie sent you 2 words.
Maddie, can you tell us, was Micah running the drills or not? Text Tausch.
You're telling me so if that holds true, and he's not going to do one thing football wise for 9 months, he ain't playing in the Bears and the Cowboys game. He ain't going to go back without putting any pads on, doing anything. I don't think that was what he said, but I'll trust you. You run the transcripts and do it. I don't.
Yeah, here's what he said very clearly.
She also said you're welcome. So we appreciate Maddie.
Well, we need the follow-up before we get.
He was throwing the balls to the kids and a little light yogging. So he was doing
football activities.
Yeah, so he wasn't doing the drills, which I didn't think but he was running the drills.
He was throwing a football lightly to kids.
Okay. But I just because
activity.
Jason always tells me words matter. Those are football activities.
I mean, if you ask me, eating a brat is a football activity.
That's a fan-watching activity.
Yeah, like how do we define what a football activity is? There's a lot of different things you could be doing.
I can't argue with that.
Yelling at your TV, football activity.
No, he never said that he was not going to, and this is where I'll go to Jason's transcript. Did he ever say he is never going to practice before 9 months? If he refuses to practice before 9 months, he ain't going to play in that Bears and that Cowboys game. Go ahead.
We have a pretty good, strong 9-month rule. It's all about just through the research and the data. There's no good outcomes with players coming back early from an ACL, which is not necessarily true because obviously there's a few examples throughout history, especially if you add in the other things that had to get fixed up. It's just about completing the rehab to the best of our ability and seeing where we're at from there. And then he was asked as a follow-up very clearly, 9 months before practicing or 9 months before you play in a game? I don't know. I just know it's a pure 9 months, no football. No football.
So there's no practice.
I would assume that means no practice.
Great follow-up.
So then he can practice.
Domofsky must have asked that.
I don't think so. I believe that would mean that on September 30th, after doing all the things that he needs to do to reach the 9-month plateau, that he could then practice on the 30th. Not play in Tampa on October 4th, and then practice for another week and potentially play against the Bears on October 11th. And if not, practice another week and then play against the Cowboys on October 18th.
So you're telling me, according to Micah, 9 months is September 30th. He'd have 11 days, which is about maybe two padded practices to get ready to play a full NFL game. That
right,
ain't
and that's
happen.
what I mean. Watson only had that. Like they don't always bring them back for like these extend. And by the way, they can activate him off PUP to let him do other things that are football-ish. Again, maybe that right, like
running a camp in Cottage Grove.
If he's running some stuff inside the Hudson Center with Nate Weir or other athletic trainer guys that simulate football movements, but he's not doing it with another football player, I don't know. He wasn't particularly clear on all these things, but I would take what he said there as he will not participate in an actual practice until the 9-month timeline has been reached. That's how I would take it.
Let's almost view Micah as he's pregnant. Is that how we're looking at it? Is that right?
If that makes it easier for you, sure.
But ironically, isn't pregnancy 10 months?
Micah paternity. Gonna work on that.
No,
keep workshopping that.
Isn't pregnancy 10 months, though? When you start factoring everything in?
I think it's 38 weeks, so I think it's more like 9.5 months.
Okay. I just find it because there's nothing there. Listen, I get what Mike is doing, and I think I agree with the fact you set this bar low. We're not doing anything for 9 months. I don't want Wilde and Domofsky coming to me in August and saying, oh, you're looking pretty good. Saw you out there at Cottage Grove throwing that ball around pretty good. You're doing a heck of a job. And having that come into play it's not going to do anybody any good. So I think in Micah's case, if that is indeed the rule, it just still feels like there's a lot of gray area that can be worked.
No doubt there is.
But even though it's the no frosh play till Thanksgiving Day, this feels like me no practicey till 9 months is done. I don't have anything catchy for that.
Me no practicey.
That means he's not practicing. And if he's not practicing, you're not going out there a week later. It's just not.
Again, I don't know that for certain. Tucker Kraft tore his ACL on November 2nd. He underwent surgery on November 13th. Saturday marked 7 months since his surgery. He expects to start camp on the PUP while he also awaits a new contract. But his 9-month milepost would be the preseason opener in Pittsburgh, which obviously he's not playing in. But I'm guessing that he would practice. He would then have a month to ramp up to the September 13th opener. Now, if Micah Parsons is going to need a month to ramp up after September 29th, then he ain't playing in October.
He ain't going to have a month.
Right, I agree. So I think October 11th, he just doesn't. I think what he's doing is he wants to underpromise and overdeliver.
GKB way. Yep.
So I expect him. I will be surprised if he doesn't play against the Bears.
Come on board, GKB.
This is like the fourth or fifth time you've said the underpromise part is not one of GKB's values in what we talk about there. Also, what day would Micah get induced in this plan?
When he gets back out to practice. There's nothing concrete about any of this. I think Micah wisely is setting the bar where it needs to be, which is very low right now. But there's something. I would be surprised. I'll be very surprised if he is not playing on a limited basis. He's going to be probably Rashawn Garying it a little more of a low snap count guy than he'd like to be for those first couple games he comes back. Whether that's going to be Bears or Cowboys, or if it's going to end up extending into November, there's no doubt. I think he has obviously done research, studied how these, along with Nate and everybody else, along with how this ACL recovers, and he knows if he can be ready to go for a November, December run and get into the playoffs, he'll be healthy. That is, I think, where his head's at. But everything is always, I say that when people are talking about contract holdouts and all this other stuff, when they're doing it in May and June, that blank's real easy to sit here when you ain't losing money and you ain't doing it. Same thing when you're not playing. It ain't hard in August, in the middle of the week, when you're like, I'm going to keep rehabbing, I'm going to get ready. It gets more difficult as you can smell that grass and you're getting ready to prep to go up to Minnesota and you're ready to start playing a season, especially you lose a couple games. Mm-hmm. Like if you're 0-2 like Shine On says we're going to be, all of a sudden
sports.
That changes the math of what 9 months looks like. That's all I'm saying. So 40 weeks is how many months?
According to Shiloh, whose wife is OBGYN.
Okay, what is 40 weeks month-wise? That's 10 months, right?
Underpromise and overdeliver. One group that always overdelivers, in my experience as a member and in your experience as a member, you're just going to play with that microphone cover. Maybe it's better if you put it on top of the extra one.
It does feel like 9 months has been pounded into us, and it legitimately has always been longer than 9 months. Correct?
I'm not an OBGYN. Shiloh's wife is.
Okay. Well, thank you, Shiloh. And thank you, UW Credit Union, for allowing me to be a member. And for every stage of life, UW Credit Union is here for every you, proudly serving Wisconsin for over 90 years. Going to help you reach your financial goals. Members can get their money up to 2 days sooner with early payday. And, of course, UW Credit Union's mobile app offers a simple way to check accounts, make transfers, and more. That is a smart play from the pocket. Join today at uwcu.org, insured by NCUA. Terms and conditions do apply. I'm not sure what we learned out of all that.
We learned after pregnant pauses.
Micah practice. They gave a really good follow-up. I don't know what answer I got.
Is it a little IPT to name your dog Uno after your jersey number?
But he wasn't number 1 before, was he? Was he number 1 in Dallas, or he was number 1 in Dallas?
No, but I think
How
he
old
got
is the
the dog
dog?
when he. I think the dog is a recent addition.
He's number 1 now, and the dog's name is Uno.
Why is that inappropriate?
Because it's...
What?
Whoa, Nelly.
It's what? No, why is that inappropriate? Tell me why. Tell me why.
Naming your, I don't know, your jersey number, and then you're naming your dog is a little self...
But I don't understand why you feel that way.
I don't know why I do. I just do.
You guys done?
Are you going to name your dog 65?
I don't understand why. He's calling it Uno.
Say Cinco?
When you said Uno, I thought of the card.
Siete.
I thought of the card game.
Nueve.
I didn't think of anything. Actually, it's a good idea. Maybe we will go with an Espanol twist
Muy
for
bien.
our dog. Yeah, Sim.
Whoa, Nelly, which I wish I would have called 10 minutes ago, is next. It's Wilde and Tausch.
This is Wilde and Tausch, driven by Zimbrick Chevrolet in Sun Prairie on 100.5 ESPN. See their full inventory at ZimbrickChevrolet.com.
Mark Tauscher here, and all summer long, you know what beverage you'll find in my hand when enjoying some time outdoors. That'll be the cool, refreshing taste of an ice-cold Coors Light. At a baseball game in Milwaukee, grilling in the backyard, out on the golf course, every experience goes from good to great with a Rocky Mountain Cold Coors Light. Coors Light is brewed with a 3-step cold process, cold lagered, cold filtered, and cold packaged, so it's actually made to chill. The mountains on Coors Light's cold-activated bottles and cans turn blue. That's when you know it is chilled to perfection, which besides the refreshing taste is my favorite thing about drinking Coors Light. Refreshingly cold and only 102 calories, Coors Light is made to chill. Celebrate responsibly. Coors Brewing Company, Golden, Colorado.
You're listening to 100.5 ESPN and the ESPN Wisconsin app.
Prizes, flyaways, even cash money. You want it? We've got it. Find a list of all contests and official rules by visiting ESPNWisconsinContests.com. That's ESPNWisconsinContests.com.
A strong team makes all the difference, and Everlight Solar just expanded theirs. Everlight now offers roofing and exterior services for homeowners dealing with storm damage. From the first call to the final repair, Everlight quickly handles everything under one roof. When your roof takes a hit, you've got a team behind you. Start today at everlightroofing.com. That's everlightroofing.com. Everlight, powering through any storm. A proud partner of Wisconsin Athletics.
This update sponsored by UW Credit Union. For every stage of life, UW Credit Union is here for every you. Every Sunday home game, April through August, kids ages 14 and under have an opportunity to meet and receive an autograph from a Brewers player, alumni, and or a Brewers personality. Thanks to eFruity. Autographs are limited to one per child. Join UW Credit Union at uwcu.org. Insured by NCUA.
At Associated Bank, we thought about speaking like other banks with hoity-toity names like Total Privilege Pay or something. But we don't speak bankish, we speak your language. When we say 2-day early pay, we mean you get paid 2 days early. $50 overdraft grace zone? That's a grace zone of up to $50 if overdrafts happen. And maintenance fee free account? Well, that speaks for itself. At Associated Bank, we get you. That's why we've got you. Learn more at associatedbank.com/YouGotThis. Member FDIC.
Creating lasting impressions every season, every day. That's the Olson Toon landscaping difference. Since 1997, Olson Toon has been transforming outdoor spaces across Dane County. From landscaping and concrete to excavation and maintenance, they're your one team for everything outdoors, keeping your property looking its best year-round. With experienced professionals and a collaborative approach, every project is built around your vision. Ready to elevate your space? Let's get started. Head to olsontoon.com today.
Chevy trucks have you covered when the road takes you from smooth sailing to Chevy Colorado will eat up some of the toughest terrains with 5 available drive modes. And Silverado and Silverado HD have the muscle to take you out for some serious. With multiple engine options and impressive towing, well, Silverado EV is the perfect combo of performance and capability.
Nice.
Making it a snap to hitch up this electric truck and hit the road. Wherever the road leads, Chevy trucks are right there with you. See your Badgerland Chevy dealer today.
Hey, sports fans, the ESPN app has all of ESPN all in one place. The ESPN app is your home to thousands of live events, ESPN shows, and originals across every ESPN network and service. And now you can check if you already have ESPN Unlimited as part of your TV package for no additional cost. Visit activate.espn.com to learn how to access your account or sign up, then start streaming in the ESPN app. It's all of ESPN all in one place. Sign up or activate now.
We're on the Packers.
There's more question marks now.
Because we're on Wisconsin sports.
There's just more uncertainty with this group than there was even pre-Micah last year.
Nobody covers the green and gold like 100.5 ESPN.
That's a pregnant pause in honor of the 10-month process. Thank you, Shiloh. Time now for Wonelli.
If the topic is good, the guys discuss.
Just the other morning I had breakfast at Tracy Rocker's house. His mama brought out 15 flapjacks. He said, Mama, take back 5 of them flapjacks. I gotta stay hungry for the Crimson Tide.
But if it's not, the show must go on. It's time for
Wonelli
on Wilde and Tausch.
Can I say one thing before you get to Wonelli? There's a dude on Twitter that is, I think, from Germany, and was that part of Wonelli?
It was not, no.
And he's describing his experience in our country and in the South and going to different gas stations and some of the different cultural things that the U.S. offers compared to where, obviously, he's from. And it's a fantastic insight into how other countries view the U.S. So I would just recommend, I don't know the guy's name. Jesse knows it. It's pretty
You're not a real big detail guy, are you?
No, I'm a big detail guy. I said he's from Germany.
Well, if you want to tell us to follow him, don't you think you could probably
I don't really
share
care if
like
people
his
follow
handle?
him. I just am intrigued. I thought it was really fun. It's fun insights. That's all.
Whoa,
you don't want to follow him. You don't have to. I'm not following him, but it shows up in my feed. And I thought it was real interesting. He's explaining just the whole journey that he's gotten. It's pretty fascinating.
What a deal.
Whoa, Nelly!
Indeed.
Last night, you may have heard there were UFC fights on the White House lawn, which prompts the question, I wouldn't watch that if they played it in my backyard. Would you watch?
If you're telling me if there's a UFC fight
I'm about to ask
with a
you.
huge ring set up in your backyard on top of turtle nesting areas, you would shut your blinds and say, I'm not going to go back and watch.
I probably want to go to bed. I probably would not want to watch a UFC fight in my own backyard. Yeah.
That's fascinating.
Would you watch a UFC fight in your own backyard?
In my backyard? Yes.
Jason?
No, I don't. I'm not a UFC guy.
Would you watch drag racing in your own backyard?
Your backyard, dude.
There's several. Would you watch drag racing in your own backyard?
Yes.
With the big parachutes popping out. Jason?
Well, that would mean I'd have a hell of a big backyard.
Yeah, in this exercise you do. Yeah.
Sure, I'll watch the drag racing.
Would you watch professional...
Big Daddy Don Garlitz.
What if they played professional cornhole in your backyard? Would you set up on the deck and watch?
Especially if that announcer's there analyzing it, I would.
Jason?
No, I'm not interested in cornhole.
How about a international soccer friendly in your backyard, Tausch?
No.
I'd watch that.
Nope. I'm going to pass.
And
that
lastly,
one I'm in on. Yeah, count me in on that.
A double-A baseball game, not including the Biloxi Shuckers with the Brewers pipeline. Just 2 random double-A baseball teams. Would you watch that in your own backyard?
Absolutely, I would. Yep.
Be kind of like watching a major league game in that park in Las Vegas. So yes.
And
that's a fun idea, Jesse. I thought that was well executed.
That's this edition of I Wouldn't Watch That if it was in my own backyard.
We could have used that instead of our soccer. But you asking me about breaking down soccer, that would have been a better way to go about doing it.
No one asked you to break down soccer.
Nobody didn't.
Cabo Verde hanging around. 0-0.
0-0.
At the break.
Yeah.
Who are they playing?
Well, just wait. At what break?
This is like Fairleigh Dickinson Purdue a few years ago. This is coming out of nowhere here.
All right. We're gonna wrap up the show. We'll do that next.
Some people say
I wouldn't watch the soccer game.
I wouldn't watch this show if it was in my own backyard.
No, I'll tell you what. This camera crew for Fox, they know what they're doing now. Like you see it on Twitter. They know what they're doing. Trust me.
Details.
We'll wrap things up next. For a guy who doesn't like soccer, you're watching a lot of soccer.
I haven't watched.
The show.
This is the first soccer I've watched. Palo Verde.
And what better time to watch it than while we're doing the radio program? I don't think that's something that I could sue Tausch for, but I know that if I was injured in an accident, the one person I would call would be David Gruber and his team at Gruber Law Offices. One call, that's all. That's all it takes. One call, that starts the process. Hopefully you never have to make the call, but if you do, make it immediately. First call you make. One call, first call, one call, that's all. 414-276-6666. 414-276-6666. We'll wrap things up next. It's Wilde and Tausch.
We're on the Packers.
There's more question marks now.
Because we're on Wisconsin sports.
There's just more uncertainty with this group than there was even pre-Micah last year.
Nobody covers the green and gold like 100.5 ESPN.
Mark Tauscher here for Chalmers Jewelers. I've been a big fan of Scott, Garrett, and the whole team at Chalmers Jewelers for years now. I go there, my friends go there, and most importantly, my wife loves it whenever I get her something from Chalmers Jewelers. It's my go-to spot for birthdays, anniversaries, and any special occasion. For quality jewelry and a great experience, choose Chalmers Jewelers, the place to go for that perfect gift. Stop at Chalmers Jewelers in Middleton and Madison.
Chalmers Jewelers in Middleton
and Madison.
Rah. Pella Windows and Doors of Wisconsin present your Badger Minute.
This Badger Minute brought to you by the ESPN Wisconsin app. Your state, your teams, your ESPN. Available in the Apple and Android app stores. Download the ESPN Wisconsin app today. With this Badger Minute, I'm Jesse Nelson. ESPN college football writer Adam Rittenberg recently shared his college football future power rankings through 2027. Rittenberg ranks every Power 4 conference team and Notre Dame based on their outlook for the next 2 years. Criteria for the rankings includes a team's quarterback situation, coaching staff, and roster management. Out of 68 teams ranked, the Wisconsin Badgers check in at number 55. You can find the full rankings and commentary on the Badgers from Rittenberg at ESPN.com.
Pella Windows and Doors of Wisconsin doesn't play games. Just straightforward pricing, premium quality, and trusted Pella certified installation. Visit PellaWI.com today.
Summer is the time to enjoy the outside. Enjoy the deck, the patio, the fire pit, the shade, the screen room, the in-ground pool. Enjoy all of it in your own backyard. Outdoor Living Unlimited is Wisconsin's top TimberTech decking installer and can deliver a design and build your next maintenance-free deck with a custom screen room and automated pergola. To get started, stop by Outdoor Living Unlimited's amazing Madison showroom and visit OutdoorLivingUnlimited.com. Let's build that new backyard with Outdoor Living Unlimited.
Get ready for the ultimate Saturday night at Hard Rock Casino Rockford. Join us for the all-new Queen of Hearts drawing at 4, 6, 8, and 10 p.m. This is your chance for royal glory. When your name is drawn, choose the right card and you could win a life-changing jackpot, up to $150,000. The longer the Queen stays hidden, the bigger the jackpot grows. Let's Hard Rock with the Queen of Hearts only at Hard Rock Casino Rockford. If you or someone you know has a gambling problem, call 1-800-GAMBLER or text ILGAMB to 833-234.
Talk Badger sports year-round with the Jump Around podcast.
We are thrilled to be joined now by Lamar Soup Campbell.
How do the players play for you? Sometimes we can understand you don't have the money to get the talent, but are you maximizing the talent that you have? Are your guys running through the wall for you? Are you guys playing? Are they exhausting themselves? That's what Barry built it on.
The Jump Around, brought to you by Steinhoffels. Streaming live every Thursday on the ESPN Madison YouTube channel and available wherever you get your podcasts.
Shopping for new windows and doors shouldn't feel like a negotiation. Pella Windows and Doors of Wisconsin doesn't believe in games. They never inflate pricing, and there's no high-pressure sales pitch. Just premium windows and doors built for long-term comfort, beauty, and peace of mind. Buy direct through Pella, and one trusted team handles everything with Pella certified installers every step of the way. Real pricing, premium quality, no games. Pella Windows and Doors of Wisconsin. Schedule your free in-home consultation today at PellaWI.com.
Calling all Badger fans. Wisconsin men's hockey powered its way to the NCAA National Championship game this spring, and that same relentless drive is headed back to the Kohl Center this fall. Now's the time to get in. Secure your 2026-27 season tickets today and be part of a program powered by Badger Pride. The next chapter starts in Madison with you. Visit uwbadgers.com or call 1-800-GO-BADGERS to lock in your seats today. On Wisconsin.
Your state, your teams, your ESPN. The ESPN Wisconsin app. Customizable just to you. Find the ESPN Wisconsin app in the Apple or Android app stores today.
The Green Bay Packers, organizationally, eerily similar to the San Antonio Spurs. Now, when you factor in tradition and history, I don't think anybody can compete. But when I start looking at the equivalencies to the Spurs and the Packers, it is eerily similar. Great star player MVPs, legendary coach, championships, gut punches.
Tausch, you stand by that comparison because you were wavering at the end.
Very disappointed with the reaction that I got from y'all, and we didn't, I really still feel like it's a very good comp, but the reaction, blech.
We'll try to react to your opinions better tomorrow. Thanks for coming along for the ride with us today. Have a great day. Take care. Be good.
Miss any of today's episode of Wilde and Tausch, presented by Pella Windows and Doors of Wisconsin? Commercial free.